weird. Let's see. Howdy ho. Let's see. How's everybody going? It has been a minute. 2 weeks, give or take. It's their last stream since I went away. Got sick and came back. Everything working. It's not pulling up chat messages for some reason. Let's see. Come on now. There we go. There we go. All right. Greetings from Liverpool, UK. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. Got the, oh, music. Limiter. There we go. See, I have to turn that off when I'm recording stuff, but for the stream, I need to definitely have that on. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm behind. I just finished recording today's episode of Bleach. So yeah, I didn't have the energy to get out of bed earlier today. So I'm a little behind on some stuff, but yeah, I'm doing all right overall. Got the house to myself this weekend. So dealing with that for now. What's up, good vibes? How's it going? Doing pretty good so far. Still draining a little bit, but that's also normal for me. So I don't think that's anything left over from before, but like, it's just that season, man. Aloha, how are you feeling post Panini? I'm doing all right. Still coughing a little bit, still draining a little bit. Again, because of my normal chronic issues. I don't know if that's any different at all. If it's a lingering or just the seasons changing right now. What's up, Luis? So glad I could be here today. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. What's up, Dion? Famous Noodle. I've seen the new Doctor Who trailer. I did. I watched it when I went out to get my shots today. So, I cannot wait to check out those specials, dude. I'm so excited. I haven't been able to join the lives in a while, so glad I could make it today. Yeah, we haven't had one in I think it's been like 3 weeks since our last live anyway, so. But welcome, having out. We're here now. What's up, oh yikes? You're doing well, doing better, doing a lot better. What's up, Bianca? Hello from Brazil. Well, shout out to Brazil. Hope everything's going well down there right now. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I always love seeing people from all over the place, man, pop up in here, dude. It's so cool. Have you seen the first episode of The Continental yet? No. I'll be honest. I don't really care. So that's one of the reasons I haven't posted anything for it yet. I still haven't even watched that first episode. Because I mean, based on the trailer, I'm not too, I'll be honest, like, I'm just not too keen on the idea anyway. I don't know that we need it. The reviews haven't been very good. And honestly, no one else has even posted anything about it either. So, like, I'm not feeling like I need to rush out there. The few reactions I've seen have been doing dog shit on views. So, for, like, something that's dropping the same day as Gen V and a bunch of other stuff, I'm like, God damn it, man. I don't want to have to to balance this shit out. So, I don't know. Yeah, I've got no motivation to really watch it at the moment. But, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it myself yet. What's up, Lynn? Hello from Ireland. Hope you're doing better. I'm doing a lot better. How are you doing? Shout out to Ireland. Oh my God. That's one of the places that's on my bucket list of places to go one day. Yeah. Welcome. The House of Usher reviews have just gone up, and they're stellar. What did you make of the trailer? The trailer looks wild. Looks really good. I can't wait to watch it, man. I'm really on board for just anything Mike Flanagan puts out these days. So, like, even Midnight Club, I really liked, and I'm sad that it's not getting a second season. So, yeah, I'm all for that. And it's a familiar story, though, so that'll be interesting. I mean, I haven't read the House of Usher in a long time. Probably not since high school, to be honest. So that'll be fine. I thought about maybe rereading it going into it, since it's just a short story. But, you know, I'm like many emo lads growing up, Poe is one of my favorite poets and writers and stuff. So, like, I'm really excited for it, especially the cast. And having talked to Annabeth, while not able to address it directly, it was pretty obvious what we were talking about. But I'm really excited for it. Cannot wait. What's up, Kat? When you start up One Piece. I'm probably going to be watching the first episode later tonight if I have time. I also need to finish Mortal Kombat tonight. So the plan was to or at least the plan I was kind of having in mind was maybe to put it out tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to be the case because I still have some other stuff to record, but it'll be out sometime this week. Finished One Piece Netflix. It was so good. Love the characters, the action, the story, the world, and it had so much heart. Luffy is such a likable lead. Yes, indeed. I second all of these things. And plus the cast seems so fucking charming, dude. I've watched all the behind-the-scenes stuff that I could find about them, and they're just like so, I don't know, interactive and fun, man. Like I love it. They fit the characters so well. How do I feel about the WGA and SAG strikes continuing? I hope it's not another Heroes Season 2 for some of our favorite shows. Well, I mean, this is what, the third or fourth consecutive day of negotiations, which hasn't happened at all up until this point. They've usually sat down and ran away from their discussions, and that's not happened. They've been negotiating pretty much most of this week, and they're supposedly, from what I read, meeting today as well to continue negotiations. So there's been four consecutive days where studio heads, the studios, the AMTPT, and the WGA have been sitting down and hammering shit out. And the plan seems to be they're going to keep doing that until they come to an agreement. So we might be done soon. Fingers crossed. Unless something happens and it just completely falls apart. But I just, as long as it goes until they get what they need, or they can find some kind of middle ground, I want them to get what they need, what they deserve. But yeah, it's all on the studios, though, if they try to move forward and make some Frankenstein's monster out of the stuff they've got on the back burner, though. So I hope it's not a Heroes Season 2 kind of thing. I've never watched past Season 1 of Heroes, or even the first couple of episodes of Heroes, to be honest. But I've heard the horror story that is, it was one of the shows that really got smashed when it came to that. Relax. But hello, Issa. What's up, J Molds? Good evening. Haven't been on live in a while, so if you're doing all right. Are you gonna watch Gen V when it comes out next week? Oh fuck yeah! Hell yeah, I'm gonna be watching Gen V when it comes out. next Friday. 3 episodes next Friday. Not looking forward to that, but that's just how Amazon rolls. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hello. Ever watched The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? I have not. I've heard of it, but I actually don't know what it's about. But I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about it. I've never really seen it. I'm going to be doing some horror reactions this October. Well, in just, what, October 4th? October 5th, something like that? Chucky Season 3 comes out. Last minute notice, because they just put it out like a few weeks, like this past week, and then a trailer the other day. And it's just like two weeks away. But yeah, I mean, at least that. The Fall of the House of Usher comes out in October, so that's 2 right there. As far as movies, I don't have anything lined up right now. But yeah, we will have something in those veins for October at least. Hello, Omni. The truth is out there. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm a WGA SAG supporter. I just know that networks are going to rush things once they get back into business. More than likely. More than likely. I thought it was good. I don't know. I've heard some very mixed things about it, but I thought the trailer was not good, so I wasn't all that thrilled about it when I saw it, but one of the reasons why I never posted a reaction for it, but that's one of those things. I don't know. I don't know. I personally, for whatever reason, don't have a huge interest in it. And that's where I'm kind of hung up at the moment. Hey Omni, do you have someone that reviews your videos comments for spoilers before you read them? I've seen a couple spoilers for shows you're watching in the comments. I've only done that, like had like a spotter, so to speak, for Dark. That's the only one I've put that out there for. So otherwise, I'm very careful about what I read. Like if I see something that seems like it's going to be veering off, I try to stay away from it, but for the most part, I don't think I've stumbled upon anything else on any of the other videos. Dark was the one where I just straight up, because of the show it was, refused to, after the first couple of episodes, refused to even look at the comments anymore. Have I seen No One Will Save Me, or Save You? I have not, but I'm getting a little intrigued about it. I watched Chris Duckman's review on it, and I saw that Late to the Party put up a reaction for it. I've never heard of it. It just kind of came out of nowhere, so I don't know if I'll react to it or anything like that, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll react to it, but I definitely am curious about watching it. I didn't know Usher had a documentary out. I'm not the biggest fan of his music, but he cool. I assume this is a joke. Unless there actually is an Usher documentary that came out. Unless this was a joke or a play on words with the Fall of the House of Usher. If so, kudos. Good one. I hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit better, that's for sure. I'm feeling leagues better than I was, though. Again, I don't know if it's allergies, I don't know if it's the seasonal stuff, but like, I'm still draining pretty bad. Lol. Over. Tisk. Indeed. I've seen the new Doctor Who trailer. It looks so good. I watched it when I was sitting in the waiting room getting my shots today, so yes. Looks so good! Oh my god, dude, I cannot wait. Give me more Donna Noble. When is Gen V released? Next Friday. Possibly Thursday if they still do their UTC release dates for it. Evening all. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome, Janine. Hope you're doing great this weekend. There's a Kite Man spinoff. Hell yeah. I'm kind of shocked about that, but yeah. I don't know. Kite Man is not a character I love from that show. Like, he was good as like a side character. As a whole show, I don't know. The trailer was fun. It was goofy, but like, I'll give it a chance. I've watched all the other shit in this cycle, so why not? Severance is looking like it's going to pull a Hero Season 2. There was a ton of drama on set, apparently, and the writers barely finished filming the Season 2 finale before the strike started. Well, that's disappointing, because Season 1 has been phenomenal, and I only have 2 episodes of it left. I really hope that everything's fine for that, though. Hey, Victoria. Lovely to meet you at FileFest. Roll on! The next X-Files event. Yes, indeed. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun hanging out and just shooting the shit with all kinds of X-Files nerds. And just the fucking randomly bumping into cast members, crew, writers, and all that kind of stuff. Watching them all get wasted and hanging out with everybody. It was a lot of fun. Oh my god, I still miss it. The crew, not the writers. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll see. Heroes and Prison Break were 2 of the biggest casualties of the original writer's strike. That's what I've heard. Aunt May said in Homecoming that she used to sneak out in my head, Crazy Stupid Love is canon. Funny. That's hilarious. Prison Break. I never watched Prison Break, and then Prison Break never recovered. You think Mando and Grogu will show up in Ahsoka? No, not even remotely at all. No. They're a little busy right now, so it wouldn't make any sense for them to show up. Two out of 2 big issues, though. Most of the cast didn't get much action. Flies aside from Statham, so it was disappointing as an Expendables movie. Wait, that seems like a random out of pocket comment. I don't think your first message showed up. I only see this one. So it was disappointing as an Expendables movie, but as a Lee Christmas Expendables, it was fun. I feel like I really need the first half of your comment to get what's going on here. But yeah, I've heard no good things about the Expendables, the new Expendables. I've seen the first 3. In 3, I really kind of felt like it was falling off a little bit. And the trailer for 4 looked straight terrible. So that's another thing I've just not been looking forward to. Wait, Chucky Season 3? Yes, starts in just 2 weeks. I'm calling it now. The final shot of Season 1 of Ahsoka is Thrawn in the Eye of Sion as it jumps to hyperspace, and we just see Thrawn's silhouette in the hyperspace jump stars stretching and cut to black. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it comes to a close, leaving it up and hanging for whatever they do next. I'm gonna be being Charlie Sheen. In what way? Are you misreading the title of my stream? Is that what you think is happening? That is not winning, sir. That is not winning. Dream Lord. Have I seen the new Doctor Who 60s trailer? I have. I like how in Twisted Metal, Quiet says a little more each episode, like she's getting comfortable with John, like me. I do like that. I like that she's getting fleshed out more and more as a character and getting more and more to do. But it is, you know, counter to her descriptor at this point, but I still love it. I still like it. I need to watch the next episode tomorrow. Thumbnail was good, but not great. I feel like we're following too many characters, plus a very disconjointed car chase, plus some good action, but too dimly lit. Characters are mostly good, though. Yeah, I don't know why, I just don't care. Which was the main reasons why I've decided to kind of sit on the sidelines for now and just kind of see how it plays out. Because I don't want to force myself to watch something if I'm not really feeling the idea or concept. And I could be turned around, because I've had that with things even that I do enjoy, you know, until I sit down and get into it, and then I can kind of feel out the swing of it all. But I don't know. It's just 90 minutes on these already busy days. That's something I wasn't quite wholly prepared for either. And it also doesn't release on time. It doesn't come out at 3 a.m. It doesn't come out at midnight. It came out, I don't even know when it posted, because I checked at 3 a.m. and it still was not out. I was not about to stay up until God knows when on a work day for me to find out when this thing posts. So Peacock needs to get their shit together on that. Especially if I'm gonna lose 90 minutes of sleep. Plus, because that's not including the discussion anyway. I'm so happy you haven't been spoiled for Severance, one of the craziest finales you will see, guaranteed. Yeah, I've not heard jack shit about how it ends, and I hope to keep it that way. Enjoyed Talk to Me, unnerving more than scary. I will stand by that as well. It is very unsettling. It was very, very unnerving. But it was so good. That's my favorite horror movie I've seen this year. You feeling super today? I wouldn't say super. I'm feeling okay. I still haven't had a chance to even eat yet today, so we'll see what happens with this wine. So far, I think the best episodes for Ahsoka is episode 5, even though there were so many reveals in episode 6 and character growth. Yeah, I have to agree with you there, because there's just so much thematically, and just not just for the Ahsoka series, but for everything in general. It's just wild what they were able to do in that episode. Have you seen they renewed One Piece for a second season? I have. I saw that the second it became news. Even posted about it for a while. So yeah, I'm very aware and I'm very excited. And I hope they get the full run that they need. What's my opinion on a vampire-themed parody of Home Alone? I would need to see a proof of concept. In my head, I don't know how that would work. So, yeah, I don't really have too much thoughts on it, unfortunately. DC does a pretty good job with their Z-list characters. Kite Man could be good. It could be good. It could be good. I mean, it might be the other characters that make it too, or just the world in general. It's just that iteration of Kite Man. Dude, I just kind of had my fill of him in the first couple of seasons of Harley Quinn. I was kind of glad when he stopped showing up, to be honest. I'm guessing that regenerated back to Dr. Ten because of Donna to help her. Something's going on with that, and it'll come into play with whatever the story ends up being, for sure. Lots of people not liking needing to see or know about the Clone Wars or Rebels for Ahsoka. I think it's kind of dumb. Like, why would you care about a continuation if you don't care to see the beginning? I'm kind of there on it as well. I understand the sentiment of, like, I shouldn't need to know all this homework to understand what I'm watching here, but that's not what this is. Like, you can't make everything a fresh jumping on point for everyone. I like that this is like, there's so much here for people who have paid attention and watched all the stuff, because you don't have that often. So it's a huge reward for people that have done all this stuff. And then now, on top of that, the Zepho stuff that was uncovered in this last episode. So now we're on top of that being rewarded for having played the games too now, with the Zepho language being discovered on this planet. It's insane. Like, I get it, but boo-hoo, if you can't come into the extension of another season and expect to be like, why do I care about all these characters, or what is going on, who are these people? I don't know. I think people need to watch Rebels. I think they need to watch Clone Wars. I think anybody that's dodging animation because it's animation, again, you're stupid. Like, I hate the concept or thought that animation is a lesser form of media, because it is not. Anyway, sorry. That's a little sticking point right there. So yeah, I think that anybody should be watching Clone Wars and should be doing Rebels. And I've seen a lot of people that have not seen either and have been doing just fine keeping up with everything. I think the show does enough to emotionally fill in those gaps for you. And if you're not feeling that, maybe you're just not as empathetic or media literate as one would hope. Maybe that's a little sour of me to say, but I apologize. I'm in a mood, I guess. But I think it's doing just enough hand-holding to give you what you need to know. And if you have watched all these things, you are being rewarded en masse for watching the show. Anyway, play Mortal Kombat Ranked. Fuck no, I will not. I will not be playing it online at all. Elizabeth Henstridge, Gemma, has directed a few other episodes of superhero TV shows, Gotham Knights, 110, Superman and Lois. I know she did some episodes of Superman and Lois. I did know that, but I couldn't remember who she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so she's Gemma. That's good to know. Simmons. Yeah, I'm loving Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so far. A lot. What's your opinion on a vampire-themed parody? This is another comment on that. Just started watching Severance myself. I'm 3 episodes in, maybe 4. It's been a few days. And the shit is wild. It is banana sauce. And if you've ever worked in any kind of environment like what they're dealing with there, my God, it hits so much harder. If I remember the timeline thing, Ahsoka is during Mando Season 3. Correct. Mando Season 3 is happening while Ahsoka is going on. They are happening at the same time. What's up, Sketch? Don't know if I wrote it right. Unfortunately, I don't remember which comment you may or may not have written correctly at this point. If you need to correct me or if I have not addressed it, let me know. The first part was just saying that I had a fun enough time with some fun, bloody action. The only review... I've watched Jeremy John's review of it, which wasn't very promising. And while campy is always like, take what you will, take it with a grain of salt, apparently he walked out in the first 32 minutes of the movie, which wasn't promising. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have too much of an interest in going to check this one out. What is even out this weekend? Because I mean, obviously I haven't been to a theater for like 3 weeks, cause convention, and then I've had COVID for the last week and a half. I'm clear of it now, but like I still have a few lingering effects, and just motivation has not been something I've been able to just kind of like garner for myself very easily these days. Outside of trying to keep up with all the shit happening on the channel. Let's see. Well, so I thought somebody said the creator was out. It's not out here. Oh, it's not out until next week here. Okay, so I'm not too concerned about that then. Because I do want to see the creator. I only ever watched the first trailer, and it was wild to me. That and Saw 10 I am seeing next weekend. I really, really want to see Saw 10. And then I'm probably going to try to catch The Nun 2 this week, because why not? It'll probably be Wednesday when I'll finally be able to see The Nun 2. Ah. Also, live action Thrawn looks great. Dude, yeah. Man. And the internet's doing what the internet's doing because people have been body shaming Lars for being the age of the character. Which is ridiculous. I think he looks great and he sounded fantastic. It's Morbin time. What movie have you been wrong about? Convinced it would be lame, but it turned out to be good. Free Guy, Jumanji are 2 examples for me. Free Guy. I think that was... I'll join you on that one. Right now, I can't think of anything else that comes to mind immediately, but Free Guy, I really expected that to not be that great. I wanted to go into it for the whole video game reference bullshit, and found it legitimately enjoyable and emotional. While at the same time, a lot of twists and turns and fun little surprises in there. So yeah, that's the first one that comes to mind for me. I can't think of anything else just immediately off the top of my head, unfortunately, that I thought would suck, but ended up being really freaking good. What's your favorite TV show and movie this year? Ugh. Favorite TV show that's come out this year? One Piece, probably. Yeah, I don't know. What else have I watched? I can't think of what else happened this year for some reason. I know there's shows that I've watched this year. You know, there's My Adventures with Superman. You know, Dark was old. We won't count that. Secret Invasion. That's definitely not one of them. Flash. That's not one of it. That's definitely not in there. Witcher's not in there. Superman Lois Season 3 was really good. But yeah, I'm going to go with One Piece. Now, I watched Dark this year, though it did not come out this year. If I included Dark, it would definitely be Dark. But yeah. Yeah, we're going with One Piece, dude. Mandalorian Season 3 was this year as well. I think I'll still go One Piece, man. I loved Mandalorian Season 3. I do not understand the distaste for Season 3 of Mandalorian at all. Well, there was The Last of Us. I think I might still say One Piece, even despite The Last of Us. I forgot The Last of Us was also this year. Was House of the Dragon this year or last year? The year before? Is that 2022? I think. Yeah, it's either The Last of Us or One Piece. For me. Movie might be Oppenheimer. So far. Where did I leave off? There we go. Do you think they could have done a live-action Clone Wars after seeing the flashbacks in Ahsoka? You know, with today's, you know, technology and all that, sure, for sure. But we've already kind of covered all that we can to cover. So we don't really, there's not really any new stories that you'd have in that era. Unless readapting it. And again, that goes against invalidating what I was talking about before with the animation. I was like, we've got a Clone Wars show. I don't think we need another one. Like getting these little nuggets redone with these kind of mix-ups and this kind of retrospective added in is I think as much as we need for me. What's up, Khalid? I would produce a live-action show of Clone Wars. Just finished the last season of Jack Ryan. Such a great series. John Krasinski and Wendell Pierce are great. I've not watched any of that over there. I don't think it's related at all. It's Tom Clancy, I think, right? Both of those. But Reacher. I really want to watch Reacher. But I have not watched Jack Ryan. How's of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. been for you? It's been really good, man. I've been having a damn good time, especially this last episode, because it was very X-Files throughout. I was watching an early Mackie movie the other day and saw an episode of Twisted Metal and thought, oh my god, he's aging. Like, I know they do, but realizing versus conceptualizing it is so different. That's interesting, though. I haven't noticed it so much with him, but like when you go back to like 8 Mile to now, yeah, I definitely see it for sure. Theory about why David Tennant is back in the role of Doctor. He's the Valeyard. I mean, I don't know if I can side on that one just yet. The Valeyard has to come at some point, or not, because at that point when the Valeyard existed, the universe also got rebooted. Like, literally rebooted. So I don't know if that future still exists for the Doctor, but I don't know. It could very well be the Valeyard, and I've been waiting for when we might actually tackle the Valeyard, but I don't know if I don't know. Right now, I don't see the connective threads. Maybe there's an argument that can be made there, but we'll see if they can tie that in, because I've been waiting for the Valeyard storyline to come back ever, and it's just not yet. This Friday, 3 episodes of Gen V, Continental, Wheel of Time, Dumb Money, The Creator. That's another thing, man. I don't want to watch a 90-minute Continental episode next week when I have 3 episodes of Gen V to pump out in the same weekend, on top of going to see Dumb Money and The Creator. I forgot about Dumb Money coming out next week as well. God, like it's just a bad time too, I think, for it to come out. And I feel bad that I even like put the idea out there and that I'm backpedaling on it, but like honestly, I think it's for the best. At least right now. And maybe I can just, once all 3 episodes are out, maybe I'll be a little more inclined to give it a chance when I can just kind of watch it whenever I want, rather than being beholden to release schedules, but we'll see. In the 80s episode's Trial of the Valeyard, they say that the evil incarnation of the Doctor will appear somewhere between the 12th and final incarnations of the Doctor, and he will bear a familiar face. Yeah, I do remember that. But that's also, we've seen that happen before too, because remember, the curator at the museum also wears a familiar face, because it was Tom Baker. So who knows if this is that, or how many times that even happens. But I don't know, I don't get that. I don't know. I don't see them doing that with Tennant in that way, but they very well could, but I don't know. That would be really interesting, since they're doing this big 3-part event with this Doctor with the 14th. We'll see. It's an interesting idea. I do hope that they eventually do explore the Valeyard stuff, but we'll see if this is it or not. Order food while on stream. You're a growing boy. I might. Or not. I might just make some sandwiches after this. Or reheat some pizza from last night. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Trial of the Doctor, not Trial of the Valeyard. I knew what you meant. Don't worry. I knew what you meant. Another spam of the same question. Please do not spam questions. I can be behind, but I'm reading everybody's questions. You seen Creator this weekend? Not this weekend, because it's not out this weekend. But yeah, I'll be watching it when it comes out next week. Or at least I'm going to try to. Just had my dinner. Late one for me. I burnt my quesadilla and now I'm sad. Oh, that's disappointing. Going through all that and then end up accidentally burning it. Oh, I feel for you right now. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Too burnt. Apple TV Plus seems to grant new shows with 3 seasons, which makes me excited to see where Severance can go. So glad you're reacting to the show. Yeah, I can't wait to react to it when it comes out. I forget, does Apple TV Plus, do they just drop everything all at once, or do they do like weekly releases? Because I think at this rate, on the poll, it looks like Ted Lasso's the next thing I'm going to be watching in the interim. Apple's weekly? Yes. That's the best way to do shit, man. Best way to do shit. I wish Netflix would get on that train. Because like that's how your shows have longevity. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to go on that tangent again. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Warner Brothers come to you and have to make an animated DC show. What's your pick? An animated DC show. A Static revival, I think, is what I would like to see. I know we're supposedly getting that movie, even if we haven't heard anything in a long time. I want a Static Shock revival, like pick up with Virgil Hawkins later. It can either be a reboot or it can be a continuation of the old show too. I think that would be really cool. What's up, Khalid? I would pick an Arkham show. I'm kind of over that at the moment. We've had enough Arkham for my tastes. I'd like to see something we haven't seen for a minute. Why wouldn't watch the Clone Wars and Rebels? Crazy people. It's so easy to watch too. I mean, they're just these tiny little bite-sized episodes. I mean, there's still like 20-some minutes, but they're so consumable. Do you have any theories on who Venom is going to be in Spider-Man 2? I mean, I still, even if it's obvious and maybe not the case, I think it's Harry. But I mean, it's either Harry or it's Kraven or both. But I'm going to go with Harry, even though I don't know why Harry would have it and then it would go to Peter. That's the whole thing that doesn't make sense with that whole line of thought. And we know that based on the trailers or whatever and the past stuff and the post-credit scenes that it's never bonded with Harry. So maybe not, but maybe it hooks on to Kraven. All I know is they've confirmed it is not Eddie Brock, but maybe Kraven. Don't know. Considering the game is heavily about Kraven. I've not seen either, but that's only because I don't have Disney Plus anymore. Fair enough. But you should watch them when you get a chance. Or even pirate it. You know what? Fuck it. You can watch it online. Somewhere, I'm sure. You beat me online in Mortal Kombat out of 10 games. Every win you get against me is $10. So you can win up to 0 or 100. Dude, I'm sure you would beat my ass. Probably not even without hesitating. Have I watched Sharper? I have never heard of it. It's on Apple TV. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. The only things I've ever watched on Apple TV Plus so far has been The Greatest Beer Run Ever, because I won a poll, and that was the first time I signed up for Apple TV Plus. And now Severance. So I've not even heard of Sharper. So I would have to look into that. I don't know anything about that one. Obviously, Ahsoka takes place during the Mando Season 3. When Goku looks at the whales, that's Ahsoka and them going. What else? When else would it be? Before Phantom Menace? Getting spicy now, Coyote. Got any hints on the potential movie for the October poll? It's tied right now, last time I checked. But I want it to be a Halloween-y movie. But so far, I mean, not very many people have voted compared to how many people are actually on here. Actually, no, we actually had one pull ahead. It was tied between Little Women and Ocean's 11 and Happy Death Day, which at least was in theme with the month. But Yeah, it looks like Little Women is now currently the winner of the. It's leading. It's leading. There's still 7 days before the poll closes, but watching Little Women for spooky month seems a little weird to me. So get in there and vote if you haven't already. So in Arkham, the Bat family arrested every villain. Joker would be executed because he's crazy, and a handful would join the Suicide Squad. Interesting. What's up, Darren? Howdy, buddy. How you doing? I know I came in late the other day, but it was awesome to be in that stream with you and Chainsaw and everybody else, even though I kind of came in at the tail end of it all. I took a date to see Office Space in theater after it first came out, before I even finished college. Now it hits different after working in different offices. It was funny, but now it's hilarious. I've never seen Office Space. I need to watch it. I need to see it one of these days. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh yeah, that does come out next month. I think I'm gonna try to react to that since it's day and date. Like it's coming out the same day on streaming as it is in theaters. Again, I don't know why they're doing that. But I'll try to react to that. I'm not a fan of the body shaming of Lars. Me either. Love Free Guy. Rhino Reynolds, love him. Right there with you on that one as well. Free Guy looked like another PG-13 movie with references and cameos, but a good movie too. 2021 highlight. Hard agree. Hard agree. I loved Thrawn's intro. Just how they showed the scale of the ship, battle-worn troopers, and the epic music in his walk. Chef's kiss. So good. Hard agree. Good vibes. Hard agree. Ezra looks like he's about to ask the Pharaoh to let his people go. He tweeted that too, Imanis Fondi. He was like, he tweeted, "Let my people go." And then I saw some people, like, because you know the meme about Obi-Wan Kenobi looking like Jesus, like people not confusing or whatever, like parents getting his Obi-Wan confused for Jesus and stuff. It was like, I saw one like booting him over as like the real Jesus has, the real space Jesus has arrived. And I was like, hell yeah, man. He looks great, though. He looks so much like his dad. Which just brings a smile to my face. But yeah. Yeah. I've seen that many a time. The Last of Us was my number one. It's a real tough one, man. The Last of Us was really good. I have my issues with it. But it's definitely at least number 2 for me for the year. One Piece was just extremely surprising to me and enjoyable. It was probably one of the most fun watches I've had all year. My Adventures with Superman is my favorite show of 2023. It's great too. I'd probably put it at number 3. Did you or anyone watch season 2 of I Am Groot? Which was cute. I haven't seen a single episode of I Am Groot. So I definitely have not. And also, if you're hanging out, if you're enjoying the chat, if you're participating, leave a like on the stream. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out the streamies. Not the streamies, the stream itself. I'm just being weird. What's up, Christian? Hope you're feeling better. I'm doing a lot better. I'm here to finally say Doom Patrol is finally coming, October 12th. Yes. I'm sure you know and have seen the trailer. Actually, I chose not to watch the trailer since it's just the back half of the final season. I'm not watching that trailer. I'm going to be watching it either way. Even though the show does jack shit for views, I will continue Doom Patrol till the bitter end. And I'm sad to see it go, man. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm finally glad we have a release date. Dude, October is going to be a lot busier than I expected. So that's good for the channel, but also not so good for my sleep schedule. One Piece was a pleasant surprise. I really enjoyed it. I think for me, it's my favorite show of the year. I think for that very reason, it's one of the things too. It was just so emotionally pure that I just love it so much. Ted Lasso season 3 was also this year. Also, have not seen a single episode of Ted Lasso, but the poll stands true. That might be changing soon. It might be Ted Lasso taking the Severance slot. I can see why peeps were a little disappointed with Mando Season 3, but actually really dislike it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Most underrated MK character. After recent use, I might say Lee May. Because once I got used to her moves and what you could do with combining them, I was beating some ass. And I don't think I've ever played as Lee May in my life. Other than any time maybe I've forgotten that I just don't remember. So maybe Lee May. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know who I'd go with. If we're talking traditional characters, like some of the more core characters, honest, I don't know. I mean, most of them get a lot of love as it is. It's when you really get into the later games with a lot of the additions that some people definitely don't lean certain way. A lot of the favoritism is on the characters from 1 through 3. So I don't know. I'll probably stick with Lee May. One of the greatest final seasons of a television show, one of the greatest shows of all time. Ted Lasso is just great television. Well, if it wins, I hope I love it. It definitely seems like it's out of pocket for what I usually watch on the channel, so gotta obey the poll though. Can't put it out there and be like, well, fuck, maybe I don't want to do it. Anyway, we'll do it if it wins. Right now, it's very much in the lead though. Clone Wars does have 7 seasons, but I would still produce a live-action Clone Wars, anything Star Wars-wise. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for me is the best movie this year. It was a good movie. It's not my favorite movie that came out this year, but I definitely put it up. It's probably in my top 5 movies that came out this year. Yeah, it's Tom Clancy. He's a producer on it. Really great show. Reacher is also Tom Clancy though, right? Am I remembering that correctly? I've never played a Tom Clancy game. I have never read a Tom Clancy book. So I'm definitely been I don't really dabble in any of that shit. As far as that goes. Based on the Jack Reacher book series. Okay, so I guess Jack Ryan and Jack Reacher are not both Tom Clancy. I know Jack Ryan is Tom Clancy. Mando Season 3 was one of the biggest times where I've been in the minority on liking something. It was wild to enjoy an episode and then see online it was just getting trashed. I don't get it. Like, I honestly, that's one of the times where I felt like the Star Wars community, and maybe not even the Star Wars community as a whole, but like the reactor community as a whole, has felt the most media illiterate to me. Like, people who are usually on top of stuff and themes and storytelling and all this stuff was finding problems that, one, is very subjective or just straight up don't exist. Because like I'll just say again, like, people missed entire thematic story threads from seasons 1, 2, and 3 of The Mandalorian. And I don't understand how they missed it. I don't get it. Unless you literally were just so detached from the show, you just stopped paying attention. Like, that's the only way I could justify it in my head. Like, maybe some decisions didn't vibe with you or anything like that, but as far as, like, people were saying just it got off the rails as far as it lost what the plot was, and it was nothing but plot. Like, even if you didn't like an individual episode, every episode furthered the plot and furthered what has been built up all throughout the beginning of the show. Like, there was not a wasted episode. I'll say that. There was not a singular wasted moment in the show. Whether you liked it is a different conversation we can have, but yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. This is the one time where I'm like, I don't get it. And that caused me to stop watching people's Star Wars reactions. I will only watch Blind Wave react to Star Wars at this point. Because they're like the only people that I see understand what's going on. Oh my god. I mean, you could do 10 years between episode 1 and 2 with Obi-Wan and Anakin. Get a 10 to 12-year-old actor for Anakin, de-age Obi-Wan. Okay, that could be interesting. Rather than doing Clone Wars, do some of the adventures with Padawan Anakin. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. might as well be an X-Files parody with Marvel references, to be honest. Each season gets a little crazier with their adventures. I mean, that's kind of what it is, actually. If you think about it, like, you've got the episodes that focus on the main storyline that are sprinkled within. Sometimes those overlap, and then you have like the creature or hero, villain, whatever of the week. It's very much got a nice little like tie-in. You can definitely see X-Files DNA, which carries over because it's a Whedon show. And Whedon, you know, coming off the heels of Buffy and all that stuff, it also blossomed out of the X-Files. So a lot of that structuring, again, following your TV history, started with the X-Files. What's up, Tharuka? How are you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Doing so much better. So much better today. This week, actually, in general. Zach Tinker from The Quarry should voice Red Hood in the Harley Quinn TV show on Max. I've seen things from The Quarry, but I don't remember enough to know which person that is or what their voice sounds like. I would have to look that up after the fact, but I'll take your word on it. What's up, Nostal Gaming? New subs from Indonesia. Shout out to Indonesia. And thank you for hopping in here. So you got a gaming channel, it seems like, assuming that's why that's in your name. You playing anything fun as of late? I'm so excited for Gen V. Anything Boys Universe. I'm really excited for a fresh dabble in the same universe that is just taking a break from the let's focus all of our efforts and continue to fail at taking down Homelander. Like, I think season 3 of The Boys, while I enjoyed the entire run, there were some really great moments. By the end of it, I felt, it was the first time I felt kinda, I don't want to say disappointed. It wasn't that extreme, but like, okay, I need something new to happen kind of thing at the end of it. So I'm excited for Gen V. And they did say that Gen V will be integral to setting up what we're going to see in season 4. What do you think of Black Manta being the main villain in Aquaman 2? I think it's awesome because I thought he was great in the first one, and I love that they're giving him a huge power jump and yeah, making him a threat. I'm excited for that. Though we've heard what we've heard about why they've been holding off on marketing it, while they've been whatever, they don't believe in it, whatever. We've seen that story 100 times, but I really like the first one. Is it a great film? No, it's a damn good popcorn flick. Like, Aquaman 1 was just a damn good time at the theater. It had a lot of problems, like structurally and technically, and, you know, just with the writing. But it was so much fun, and I overlooked a lot of that. So, even if Aquaman 2 might have some shortcomings, if it's fun at least, and bright, colorful, and bombastic like the first, I'll probably still enjoy it. Apple is weekly. Omni will be 30 minutes behind, but like a milkman, he'll always deliver and read your stuff. That is very accurate, unless you start spitting out some nonsense that I just choose to continue to ignore. But that doesn't happen too often. He's old too, give him a break. Fuck you! Oh my god, what is going on over here? How did you pull this off? A weird peach raid just occurred. Jay must have just wrapped up his stream. Oh, dude. If I didn't wake up, like, so late, I would have definitely been over there playing Jackbox with you guys. Because I got the notification for it, but I didn't get out of bed until like half an hour, or well, an hour before my stream. But hell yeah, man. Thank you for popping in. Peaches! If you got the peaches, drop the peaches. Give me all that peach. You know, that's another reason every time we do Mario Party Tuesdays and you bring me on, I've just kind of, I just choose Peach now. My go-to is used to be Yoshi, but every time I play, I'm just like, I just gotta stay in theme. Peach, Peach, Peach. Got Starkiller in here. Gary Tron, what's up, buddy? Omnitron reunited. Oh, thank you so much, Jay. That's really, really cool, dude. Even though that's not how YouTube works. Peach Raid! Green Rangers, yes indeed. Green Ranger, best Ranger. Best Ranger indeed. Hope you're having a good weekend, Jay. Hope you had a good stream. I'm sorry I missed it, though. That's what happens when we're competing on the weekends, so to speak. I don't have a Peach emote, but I pretend I do. Isn't there just like a normal default Windows Peach? Yeah, you should just have a normal emoji for if you got a Windows computer at least. Should be able to drop a Peach. Pretty sure it's default. Yeah, it's under food. Hell yeah, man. Now I'm gonna really be a behind on the chat. I think I was 20 minutes behind at this point. This is gonna lose us a couple minutes. Yeah, Windows computers and iPhones have default Peach icons, so get it in there. I actually love both your channels, and finding out you're actually friends was fantastic. Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you're a fan. We might have a fake little feud here and there, because I think I started up, I was watching one of your all's live streams, and you're like, we need a YouTube feud. We need a reactor feud. And I just started talking shit at you guys in your chat, and I thought I just volunteered. My ex-wife was actually cousins with JDF. Really? I don't know if that, I would hope that's a good thing. Again, sad rest in peace to his passing. Because, my God, he's been my favorite Ranger since well, I can't say day one. He wasn't there on day one. The first time he ever showed up. You committed to the bit. We love it. I always commit. Well, I try. I try to commit. Watch Jeopardy and feud with them over that. Hell yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't watched any of the reactions to Jeopardy yet. But I've been consuming the ever-loving shit out of the Rebel stuff that's been coming out. It's weird, though, hearing you guys reference things that are coming later when you're watching it for the first time. Well, at least Jay's watching it for the first time. It's so weird. It's so funny, though. I still love it. Jeopardy's way better than you'd think. I can imagine them bringing some spice to it, some peachy goodness. I just haven't committed to that. So hard when Omni and Adam were playing FF16 at the same time. I would leave work watching Adam and then find out Omni was streaming. Yeah, I gave you you had 24/7 Final Fantasy 16 going on, especially considering I was committed to making sure that I was farther in the story than Adam for some stupid, unnecessary reason. But I was just I gotta make sure he doesn't catch up to me. Yeah, Adam's faint as they are flabbergasted by the questions. I'm gonna have to tune into these Jeopardy streams or these Jeopardy reactions. It's all good default. I know I've still got Sean's thing up on the screen there. Whoopsie. Where was I in the chat at this point? Oh, right there. Yeah. So guys, I do try to read everything that's in the chat. So like, I'm 24 minutes behind now in the chat. So some of these I will eventually get to. Some of them I just off the cuff addressed right now because, fuck, you guys really just interjected yourselves into the middle of everything, which I appreciate and love. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, not sorry, says Brianna. It's like, on a scale of yes to yes, how bad have we derailed your stream? Yes. It's fair. I do enough derailing on my own when I hit a comment that throws me into a tangent. But yeah. Hey guys, if you ever get bonus action up and you need a guest, my D&D group's dead, so I'm available. And if you're not subscribed to Omni Media, the superior reaction channel, do so. I may not be as funny, but yeah, I try. I'll say I think more than those two. Might be a little headier here and there, not to toot my own horn. They have the first vid Monday. Finally! Finally! Bonus action is coming after all these years. Is what it feels like. Also, what is bonus action? It is an additional action in addition to your normal full action as a D&D player. You both have your own wonderful flavors. That's very, very true. I do love the differences. We bring so much. It's the thing with I love Jay and Adam, man. They a lot of the reaction channels can feel a little samey at times, but like never those, never them. I don't feel like I've bumped into any other channel that's had quite the different spice that their banter, while sometimes derailing their own videos, is still extremely, extremely fun to watch. They are chaos incarnate. And I adore it. Anyway, let me try to catch back up. Ted Lasso! Ah! Yes, it looks like Ted Lasso will be supposedly being, is gonna be what's taking up our Severance slot. I promise this was not to make you talk about this for 20 minutes, says Jay. I know, buddy. I know you wouldn't do something so terrible. So terrible. Derailed videos are the best ones. I do have to agree. It's so much fun. Jay and Adam are the odd couple on speed. I love when you can tell, like, fucking Jay's irking Adam though, man. It's some like great shit when Adam gets riled up and you can just see him bubbling on the side, dude. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. The COVID has dissipated. Its remnants are now fleeing. And right now, I just think it's the seasons switching up that's really, really kind of being a little bit annoying here. Just want to spread the love. And you're the best, dude. Aw, well, thank you, Jay. I would not say such things about myself, but I appreciate hearing them from a true, wonderful soul such as you. Such as you. I don't know what happened there with my face mouth for a minute. And for anybody that may or may not be confused, the stream name is Whining with Omni, not winning. Not boohoo whining. I mean, it's a play on words with it because I do just bitch about shit sometimes too. But it's literally wine. I'm here to sip some wine and lose my brain sometimes. Oh my god. Anyway. Well, this has been chaotic and fun and awesome. Thank you guys. See if I can attempt getting turnt with Omni. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I don't bring wine and I just bring whiskey, and that can happen. But I'm committing to the title since it's the first time back in 3 weeks. Oof. All right. What's up, Renan? Have I seen the Attack on Titan OVAs? I have. I have seen all of the Attack on Titan OVAs. I've seen all of the Attack on Titan anime stuffs. So I'm primed and ready to go for the final part 8, 12, 2, part 7, final episode of Attack on Titan next month. Sorry, in 2 months. It is not yet October. In November. I cannot wait. What's my whiskey of choice? Probably, and this might be such a bitch answer, but I drink bitch wines and drinks in general. Fruity, flavorful, you know, I need some flavor. I like some taste. But right now my go-to has been the American honey, the wild turkey American honey. I don't know, that honey flavor, and I even add more honey sometimes, just makes it pop. Also, I'm a little more R-rated than Jay, just so you guys know. I censor myself when I'm over on the family-friendly stream, so I apologize if I've ruined any of sensitive ears who may be not prepared. I'm still sad that Netflix canceled the OA. Is it the OA or the OA? It's been years, but I still feel it, still feeling it, that would happen if they stopped and put all the episodes out at once. I don't even know what that show's about. I've never seen it, and I have no idea what even the concept is. Michelle's got to head out, and I make son dinner. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Well, thank you, Michelle. You should continue to lurk. No, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, especially if you've never been, if you're new to the channel. I'm sure there's plenty of crossover and love, so if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate you joining. Got all the same Star Wars stuff, Marvel stuff, DC stuff. Actually, Jay just stays away from the DC stuff, so we do DC stuff too. Cause I ain't scared of no WB. Fuck 'em. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about the OA. Anyway, sorry. What's up, Sean? Seems like Apple is really committing themselves to producing quality projects. I wish shows like Severance and Silo had bigger audiences. Feel like they should be hits. I mean, they are hits by critical stances. But yeah, as far as audience scaling goes, I haven't heard too much about it. Severance has crossed my ears, but it wasn't until I started like doing the show polls that I had ever heard of Silo. And I still have no idea what Silo's about. I can't believe we only have 2 episodes of Ahsoka left. It's gone so quickly, but I loved every moment. When it's finished, we get Loki. I can't wait for it. We get the finale of Ahsoka and the premiere of Loki in the same freaking week. Shoot me. What if there are 2 symbiotes? One is Harry and the other is Peter. Possible, though unlikely. We'll have to wait and see. I doubt we'll have multiple symbiotes in this game. Maybe the next game, but I doubt it in Spider-Man 2. Doctor Who / Torchwood update. Just watched Planet of the Dead last night. Sad to see that Tennant's going to go and end of Series 4 is the most ambitious crossover, not Infinity War. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's the most ambitious, but it is definitely up there. That is for sure. Why would you release all the episodes together when you can release 1 episode per week and create more excitement and talk among the fans. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it with like weekly releases and all of that kind of stuff, you know? Why are we encouraged pirating? Isn't this part of why there's an actor strike and writer strike, why they're struggling? Well, it has absolutely nothing to do with the strikes. Hopefully that was a joke. I mean, if you can do it legitimately, I will always recommend people do it legitimately. If you have no way to do otherwise, I mean, I would rather people watch the art than let it sit and die. You know, it is what it is. But pirating is not part of the strike conversation. While it is a problem, it's a problem since streaming's existed. It's a problem since digital's existed, and it's a problem that's never going to go away. People that are going to support it are going to pay for it, are going to be able to. The people that are not willing to or that are not able to are going to continue to do what they do, whether it's available where they're at or where they're not. There's a lot of shows that we watch, that we cover, that straight up have no legitimate way to watch them elsewhere in the world. I'm just saying, if you can watch it however you watch it, there's no excuse for it to not be available to you. Is all I was saying. You know, if you don't have Disney Plus or can't afford Disney Plus, there are ways to watch things. You know, the excuse was people not being caught up or finding things that were unavailable to them. And you know better than anybody, Andy, and don't be being a little butt, that I support these people, man, and the art. If you can pay for it, you should always be paying for it. Anyway, let's see. Just blew my mind. Still hope you can watch August Rush. Let's see. I mean, maybe eventually. I mean, it's going to stay on the poll for sure as an option. Watching weekly is just such an old school way of doing things nowadays, but it makes it better to talk about it as no one is ahead. So lesser chance for spoilers. Lesser chance for spoilers. You get the conversation that happens while you're waiting for the next episode. You have that week to speculate on what you just watched. It keeps the conversation alive. You know, it just like if you watch something all at once, like the Netflix model, you know, it's like a big old shotgun. Like you got all the attention at the beginning and then you got the people catching up. It's staggered. Not everybody's watching at the same time. It's just so harder to keep the conversation fresh. That's why a lot of times in Netflix shows, people stop talking about them after a little while. Looks like Kev Grand Admiral Thrawn is out. Have a great night. Thanks for hopping over, Kev. Hope you stick around. Hope to see you more often in some of our later videos and stuff. But thanks for coming over. Thanks for hanging out and being part of the Peachy Peach raid. Love you, Peaches. Happy Death Day goes hard. I've heard really good things about Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2, so I do want to watch it eventually. A comment before that didn't post. I really dislike YouTube and how they filter comments sometimes. Usually they should give me the option to approve it. So I don't know what happens, because sometimes comments seemingly just disappear. And I don't know why. Like, I don't even get to deny it, approve it, or whatever if it gets flagged, and I don't know why that is. Is anybody in the chat watching Only Murders in the Building Season 3 right now? It hasn't been the best season, but last week's episode was so good. That's another show I've not caught up on. I'm really behind on a lot of the current ongoing news shows, but yeah, I've heard good things about that one. I'm not watching it, so anybody else in the chat, feel free to chime in and engage with Ruka about it. It's been a while. What do you think about Michael Cera as Harry Osborn in the MCU? It would be a very interesting choice. For the age of Tom Holland, I don't think it matches. I mean, he would be significantly older at this point than Tom Holland. I mean, like Michael Cera can play younger, but it's getting, you know, we're like we're going a little like away from like feasibility at this point. So I would want somebody else other than Michael Cera for me. Could an Injustice event in the new DC universe make $1 billion and beat Civil War in the box office? No. I don't think so. I also don't want to see an Injustice event in the DC universe. I'm so sick and over it. Put the Fear Street trilogy on there. I've already watched all the Fear Street stuff. I don't have reactions to it. I have reviews on the channel. That was before I was doing movie reactions and stuff like that. I did watch all of Fear Street. I do have watch-alongs over on the Patreon side of stuff for that, but I don't have highlights. I don't have any of the original footage anymore. But I have watched the Fear Street stuff, and my favorite one was the camp, the Friday the 13th inspired one. I think that was the 70s or the 80s one. I think it was the 80s one. I can't remember which one. Whichever one that one was. That was my favorite one. Also, Ahsoka, we're eating good. People nitpicking don't realize how good the show is. I haven't really seen a whole lot of nitpicking when it comes to Ahsoka. You know, the most problematic things had been was with Mandalorian Season 3, which again, like I talked about, I don't quite get. But I've seen some weird stuff with people shaming the young actress who played Ahsoka in the flashbacks and Lars in this latest episode as Thrawn, which I don't get. A classic horror poll with movies you haven't seen for a release around Halloween would be cool if it's not a super Halloween-y movie. That's definitely a possibility I might check out or try out. I have Arkham would be in therapy with Hugo Strange. Be interesting. What if Pacific Rim Transformers, the Fast Furious to the collab movie, seeing Dominic Toretto in a Jaeger next to a Transformer would make $1 billion film? I don't think it would make $1 billion. It would definitely make something, but I don't know if it would be like the success. You can't just shove a bunch of stuff together and be like, I'm going to make $1 billion with this movie. I don't think that's how it works. With how the last Fast and Furious movie did, even combining that with the last Transformers movie, I mean, even together, you wouldn't get all that coming together in that way. Yeah, I don't think that's a formula you can adhere to for that. You think it'll be really cool to get a Halo TV show face top Halo comeback involved and get a good director to direct and a good writer which loves Halo? I know, it's a lot. I mean, I am hopefully optimistic with the new showrunner, the new writers, and all that. The season 2 of the Halo TV show might be a little more consumable for Halo fans. There was a lot of stuff that I did like, but most of it didn't quite enjoy it. All of it, at least. Hello, hello, hello! Of course, Little Women for Spooky Month. Women scare some people. Feminism, the horror. That is true, I guess. That could be some people's horror movie, to be fair. Only Murders in the Building stars Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and Martin Short. Episodes are around 30 minutes. It's an easy watch. We'll give it a try. Will I give it a try? Maybe one of these days. I wouldn't say anytime soon, but if it wins a poll or something like that, we might pick it up. Or if I just get the itch like I did with Dark and just do it out of nowhere, we'll see. Next couple months is just going to be pretty busy with the things that are coming down our way. I'm going to put up a poll to see how many of your peeps think Legion of Stormtroopers are dead. Enhanced versus Cult of Personality. I'm not ready to jump on they're all zombies just yet. Some maybe, but I'm not all for all zombies just yet. I'll tell you where I'm at on it. What if Iron Man had a Jaeger like in Pacific Rim? I've also never seen any of the Pacific Rim films, by the way. And just had upgrades from the MK50 to 85. Would that beat Superman? No. No. Free Guy was really good. So rewatchable. Very rewatchable. So much fun. I remember you saying you haven't watched too many anime. I watched a lot of anime. There's some of the bigger ones like One Piece that I just never gave a chance to. But now you've watched the live action of One Piece, would you be open to watching the anime? Yeah, I'm going to start reactions to the anime soon. I'm going to try to record the first episode this weekend. When it comes out, I don't know, but I'm hoping to get it out this week. But yeah, I've watched a bunch of anime. Yu Yu Hakusho I've seen all the way through. Inuyasha I've seen all the way through. Dragon Ball I've seen Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all of it, all the movies. Naruto I've seen all the way through, Shippuden included. Boruto I'm reading because the anime, I just couldn't stick it because it's like 80 to 95% filler. You know, Code Geass I've seen all the way through. Wolf's Rain I've seen all the way through. Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Rurouni Kenshin, all the OVAs for that. Some of the live action films for that. I haven't finished those just yet. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, up to certain points. First seasons of Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man. Digimon all the way through, up like all the main continuity stuff. I stopped once they diverged. That's not true. I watched season 3, series 3 with the cards and Guilmon. Watched all the Digimon stuff. Parasite. Dead Man Wonderland. Yeah, I've watched a shit ton of anime. But most of it is pretty mainstream. The only one I never got into or tried was One Piece. Like I said in my reactions to the live action, a lot of that was based on being, I wasn't huge on the art style when it came out. I was like, I don't, because that was huge for me, is whether or not I liked an anime's art style. And there was something about the art direction for One Piece that just kind of turned me off. And eventually it just became, because there was just so much One Piece, that it was too much to start. But I'm giving myself these little bite-sized things, because I'm only going to watch up until season 1 of the live action concludes, because I still want to go into season 2 blind. So I'm only going to watch up until the end of the Arlong Park arc. So that's where I'm going to stop, which I think some people have said that's like 40 to 60 episodes, give or take. So that's the plan right now. Bleep bloop. I really need to finish the CW, Clone Wars and Rebels. Yes, you do, Darren. Get on it. Get on it. CW, like the whole Arrowverse? That is not what Darren meant, by the way. Darren, for sure, I'm pretty confident has watched all the Arrowverse stuff. Favorite show of the year is Succession, and my favorite film so far is Past Lives. Not heard of Past Lives, and Succession is another one of those shows I've never watched, but I've had recommended endlessly. But it's not coming out on top on these polls right now, man. Never thought I would ever say Edward Bridger is kind of hot. I'll be honest too. I don't know if that was ever going to be a potentiality for me, but like when he popped up in there, I was like, God damn, Ezra grew up good. Add 10 episodes based on each level of the game. 10 missions is a bit of an idea, and the man recall things as storylines from the law book surrounding Halo 1. I mean, yeah, that would be a pretty good way to go about it, but a lot of those levels don't have a lot of engagement going on. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of stuff. There are some that have a lot of story and some dialogue and stuff to really kind of hone in on, but it'd be a little difficult. Especially, that would also balloon the budget. It'd be very difficult to do it that way, but it'd be pretty interesting though, all the same. What do you get when you cross a bear with a mountain lion? Killed? I don't get that. I kind of miss MODOK animated series. It was really funny to me. Still never watched it. Wait, Doom Patrol is finally coming back? Good! I can finally watch season 4 now. Comes back on October 12th. Gotta go, Omni. I don't know if I'll be back regardless. Thanks for the stream. Love you. Take care, and have a great week. Thank you. Good vibes. I know I'm really late getting to this question. Or not this question, this comment, but thank you. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Put it off for far too long. First 3 episodes of Ahsoka were solid. Last 3 were great. I agree. We got a from Sketch. Not sure what that was about. Give Ted Lasso a chance. He deserves your love. I might not have a choice coming up. What do you get when you're... Alright, you're doing this again. You know what I'd love to see in live action of? I'd love to see a mermaid saga brought to life. It's a horror manga where if you eat the flesh of a mermaid, you either become immortal or a monster. Well, that sounds wildly, wickedly interesting. The visuals and stuff that's just evoking, again, I don't know what the manga's like. I've not heard of this one. But you can do some weird shit with that. And that'd be kind of cool. Wasn't going to watch One Piece, but I watched a reaction to the first episode and I gave it a go. Ended up binging it in one day. Loved it, so thanks. So that's kind of where I was too. The trailer looked good. Cowboy Bebop had me a little irked, but I had something telling me that this might be different. So I was going to give it a shot. I was apprehensive going into it, and it became an obsession from that point onward. Favorite show of the year is a tie between The Bear Season 2 and Succession Season 4. Peak TV right there. Eventually, I hope to get to one of those eventually. Mad late, but Harry Osborn has been Venom once. The Ultimate Spider-Man Kids cartoon. Definitely think he's a red herring, and Craven would totally be Venom, given the state of play footage. Very possible, very possible. The poll hasn't failed you yet, has it? Not yet. Not yet. I've not got one stinker movie. I've not got a stinker show just yet. The poll knows all. Really enjoying your One Piece reactions. Can't wait for season 2. Me either. Reacher is not Tom Clancy. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Is the writer's strike about to end? I heard that there are discussions. They've been non-stop negotiating, that's the word, the last couple of days. They are still negotiating today. It's very possible. This is the most they've sat down, and so far, based on the studios and the Writers Guild, they seem to be both in favor of meeting every day until they come to a deal. So I've heard that there's been progress on certain fronts. There's still been some sticking points on others, but progress is being made, and I don't want to get too hopeful. It may be coming to a close soon, and I hope they get the fair deal that they've been asking for. Jack Reacher is a Lee Child's book series. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Yet to see Oppenheimer, so Spider-Verse and Mission Impossible are the best films of 2023. Hoping the creator beats them both next weekend. Crossing our fingers, man. Oppenheimer's really freaking good, man. I really, really, really loved it. But I don't know. It just hit different for me. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I still haven't seen the Mission Impossible movie. I'm waiting for it to come to digital so I can add it to my reaction collection. But hopefully it lives up to the hype. I don't know if I have an order yet, but Spider-Verse 2, TMNT, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Blue Beetle, and DD and Morpheus so far. Yeah, D&D is definitely up there too. I think it's in my top 5. Spider-Verse is definitely top 5 as well. I think actually maybe D&D dropped out of my top 5 now that I'm thinking about it, because if I remember right, Oppenheimer, Barbie, or it's Oppenheimer, Spider-Verse, Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then I'd probably say D&D are my top 5 right now. Just immediately off the top of my mind. I might be forgetting a movie or two, but that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I plowed through so many shows that I don't remember the new shows from the older shows. That's fair. Part 1. I was watching something that actually got me thinking. They said there was no superhero movie fatigue. There's only mediocre movie fatigue. And that they said that why did movies like Guardians do well? Because it was a good movie. Films like Ant-Man 3 did bad because most people hated it. I mean, yeah. That's where I sit. That's how I feel about all of it. I agree with the initial statement. I don't think there's a superhero problem. I think there's a problem with shitty movies. Or subpar movies. Blue Beetle looks good. Wish I had watched it. I really enjoyed it. It's not perfect. It's not phenomenal. It's not game breaking, but it was really fun. I enjoyed it. Were people just salty the Mando Season 3 wasn't good as Season 2? Again, like coming back to my personal taste, I think Mando Season 3 is better than Season 2. But that's just for me. Jack Ryan show is in the same universe that Michael B. Jordan movie Without Remorse. I forgot about that. I never watched it, but I have not seen that. But that was Tom Clancy too, though, right? See, I just assumed all these things were Tom Clancy stuff. So I think that's where Reacher got thrown into the mix. And I don't know why. Freaking love Season 3 of Mando. Don't get the hate. Loads of Mandalorian. Took back Mandalore. What's not to love? Agreed. Someone should make a Deadpool versus Terminator movie. Deadpool would destroy Terminator. So it wouldn't be much of a movie. For me, Mando Season 3 wasn't the best season, but I really enjoyed the show. I recently watched Past Lives this weekend. It's just a masterpiece. Best film of 2023. I'm gonna have to look into this movie. I honestly haven't heard a thing about it or seen a trailer. Wish Fringe wins some votes. Hope to see you reacting to it. I think that is similar vibes to the X-Files, on some aspects at least. I've always heard that Fringe was kind of the thematic successor to the X-Files in the modern era. I've never got around to watching it. So one of these days, I'm sure I'll be able to give it a chance. Andor or Mando? I would rather watch Mando, but Andor, I would admit, is better. I think Andor is a heavier, headier, and better show overall if we're talking all things considered, but Mandalorian is just so much fun for me. So that's kind of where I'm at. So they got each their own little flavor for me. Lucky J2O's channel is a mix of reactors, and they all liked Mando Season 3. See, like, everybody I watched was just, like, I had to stop. Correction. I know I said, like, Blind Wave was the only one. Previewed was the only one as well. I would watch their reactions, and I watched Blind Waves. Kyle Katarn was also very open as well. I wasn't watching a whole lot of his Star Wars stuff at the time, but I was getting more and more into his channel after that. But everybody else, I just had to stop because the arguments and the things they were finding holes with, I just stopped. No, honestly, with the normies, I don't remember their Mando Season 3 stuff. I watch a shit ton of normies. I don't remember how their Star Wars stuff went, to be honest. I think I got so turned off by Star Wars stuff, I was just not watching most. I think I just skipped their Star Wars stuff. I don't know if they actually fell into that category or not. Season 3 of Mando was a little disappointing for me, sadly. I'm sorry to hear that. Again, I don't understand why, for a lot of reasons on my part. I'm glad someone else agrees that Mando season wasn't awful. I like Blind Wave's reactions as well. Really excited for Andor Season 2 as well. One of the best Star Wars content after the OG trilogy. Hard fucking agree right there, Thruka. Did you know that Huey from The Boys voiced Peter Parker from Gruen's universe and Across the Spider-Verse? I did hear about that. I believe that's correct. I feel like I heard that. I feel like that's something that's crossed my ears. I don't know why I find it funny, but J2O reaction compilations, each vid, you'll be there for like 5 seconds. Hey, at least I'm there. I'm happy to be there. Love Mando, but Andor was my absolute favorite. Those are two shows that fulfill different audience needs. Mando's found family trope, Andor's espionage and subterfuge. Mando is also very much genre, and Andor is very much like, I don't know how to take it. It's like, hey, Mando is popcorn genre fun on top of all of that as well. And Andor is like trying to make you think a little bit. Like I said, it's both of them are tackling different parts of the brain throughout. I'll say Jack Ryan got super hard to follow by the final season. To be frank, I was barely paying attention at that point, and it's more my dad's cup of coffee. That's fair. I've been enjoying Blind Wave's reactions to Faulty Towers. Now that's another show. I had only heard of this, and I don't know what it's about. I know the title only because Blind Wave started reacting to it. I've not watched the reactions because obviously if it's a show I haven't seen, I'm not going to watch the reactions for it just in case I ever watch it myself. I have no idea what it's about. I know jack shit about it, and I had never heard about it until they did reactions to it. For the people wanting to see live action CW, let's have a new Central Jedi and Apprentice with the legacy characters dropping in and out to show the progression of the war. That's what you would have to do. You'd have to focus on characters that didn't get a whole lot of attention later in the fact. So, yeah, that's the only way you'd be able to do it. And I finally caught up to the Peach Raid. Oh god, we are 40 minutes behind. Yeah, dude. Peaches. Jay, Wien. Stopped watching The Boys when the shrieking dude went up another dude's butt, but that was something I will never unsee. Apparently, it's the next season's even worse than that. Has some even more gruesome stuff. Him said he tapped out. of Ahsoka after episode 5. I'm confused why, because it was great. Yeah, that's the best episode of the season. I don't understand some people, man. I really don't. Aquaman 2 looks really good. Thought I heard. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one too. What's up, Emma? I know most of these people are probably gone at this point. Peaches Assemble. Crossover raid. Cross-platform raid. I'm very curious, like how he did this. I'm gonna have to go back and watch like his behind the scenes to see what happened there, like how he pulled this whole thing off. I just say go raid YouTube. But I do really appreciate it. I know Jay's probably not in here at this point. He's got dad shit to do, probably channel shit to do too. But I really do appreciate that. I hope that came across while all this insanity was going on. Hope you're feeling better. I am doing a lot better. Avatar is great, very positive towards Star Wars. And there's a difference. Like, you can still be critical, and I'm still critical about certain elements and stuff, but like there's some things that I cannot process that happen that some people were saying. Like, it's like they straight up ignored what was in certain episodes. Like, that's the only way I can justify it, is if like people literally were not paying attention. Love if Black Manta kills Mera or something, because Aquaman would probably defeat him. I want Aquaman to feel pain before that happens, because it's a classic superhero movie. I don't know. If he goes the route of what it seems like they're adapting, we might have some pretty dark stuff going on in there as well, counterbalanced by the bright, gooey goodness. All of the peaches. So many peaches, man. God damn. I really do appreciate the shit out of this, man. Today? I'm doing good. Doing good, Maddie. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Again, if you're new or you're still even here, thank you. Omnitron forever. Omni cross-platform raid. The Illuminati from a Multiverse of Madness with superior Iron Man versus the Justice Society with Shazam without Dr. Fate. Who's winning? I would probably go with the Illuminati in that case. I don't have a peach emote, but I pretend I do. It should be under. Yeah, we talked about that. I didn't really like the changes they made to Rain in MK1. It's been very surface level. I'm not in a lot of love with what they've done with Rain, but he also hasn't really got a lot of focus yet. Fun fact, I actually love both your channels, and then finding out you're actually friends was fantastic. I think I actually read that one out earlier. Oh yeah. XY was actually cousin of JDF. Read that one. Sorry. Feeling better. Get some cheeks on them peaches. Hell yeah. Yep. Committed to the bit, and we love it. New Guardians movie versus the Marvels. Well, I haven't seen the Marvels, so that's an impossible question. Love Green and White Ranger. Just give me Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver is my favorite Ranger. I think second only. I think Adam is probably my second favorite Ranger. Potentially. It was so hard to find when both. Yeah, I read that one. It was about the FF16 stuff. Betrayal. Watch them. Unhinged as fuck. Jeopardy. Better than you think. Funny. Rebels reactions. Good. Tell me what a bonus action is. I did actually, or at least I tried unironically. Jeopardy reactions are on Pawn with Cobra Kai. Top tier Adam and Jay shenanigans. I'm going to really have to watch that shit, man. Oh my lord. Watching UFC right now and hearing you on the phone. Fun. Can't go wrong with Green Ranger. He's well, as well as been red. He's also been green bean to me. Also black. Also, they're releasing a Master Morpher Legacy Edition coming out sometime soon, so I'm going to have to get that when it comes out. Still play Power Rangers games on Retro Arc. Genesis Power Rangers fighting game. You have to beat up Green Ranger in order to use him, but once he's playable, the game is easy. Oh yeah, I remember that game. I played the shit out of that game. Love it. Love it. No, I actually didn't like give a. Oh yeah, never mind. It was a scale. Yes to yes. I did respond to that one. Rick rolled with peaches, kinda. Why don't horror movies come out on Halloween anymore? Besides FNAF, I don't really see a lot of big IPs coming out on... I don't know, man. There's been some movies that have come out just in the middle of the summer that I'm just like, why is this not coming out on Halloween? Or at least in October. Sorry, not sorry. Look. My old comment being on the stream for that long is gold. Funny you mentioned bonus action. Bonus action coming Monday, 70 EST. Cannot wait for that. We are the Injectors, my fellow Peaches. Peaches in the chat, the injection sakes. Worth it for Superman reactions alone. Hell yeah. Well, thank you, Brianna. They have the first bid Monday. It's a bonus action. You both have your own wonderful flavors. Eventually, I'll be caught up with some certain things here. You're even the shock of the return of Boy in Blue yet, Omni. A little. Kinda, maybe not, but a little. I promise this was not to make you talk about this for 20 minutes. Looks like we're good from the trailer that just dropped. Me and Adam are like an odd couple. Yeah. Our 20th anniversary. I watched that. Just wanted to spread some love. Your DMD team died? How? No, the team didn't die. The group just stopped playing. Our DM disbanded the group. Or at least put it on hiatus for creative reasons and other personal reasons. Right now, though, he's putting together a Empire at War campaign, so we'll be doing a Star Wars table, I think, starting in November. So, but no traditional D&D stuff for the time being, which I sadly miss. Oh, thank you, Jay. Jump as part of a raid and learn that Omni's doing Ted Lasso now. Hell yeah. So many Peaches. Sick too, myself included. Hell yeah, man. With the season switching up and sweating and feeling cold and coughing at the same time. Face mouth? Yes, I'm on Team Sick. Me too. Well, not now. I'm coming out of Team Sick. Heart. Is it me or just does Jay laugh sound so evil? Like getting turned with Omni. Oh, like you sent an army of Peaches to your house. Hell yeah. I mean, evil? No, I don't think so. I think it's endearing. Winners win. Yes, they do. That's life. You ever heard about a comic called Fable? The creator has put the comic into public domain. I've not. I've only heard of a game called Fable. I've not heard of a comic called Fable. Is that a Funko Pop collection? Yes, indeed it is. Lots of other stuff back there as well. What's up, that robe guy? Answer that. It's American Honey, Wild Turkey. Let's see. Which of your Funko Pops is my favorite one? It's either my Darth Revan or my, at this point, my Vaxildan, because it's probably one of the more rare ones that I've got. What's up, Jilv? Gotta head out and make my son dinner. I saw that one. I know that I'm dyslexic because I read today's stream as weaning with Omni. Whoops. Big Team Caparina as a good Brazilian. I'd have to. I need to branch out a little bit more. I still play my liquors a little safe. Looks so focused on speed reading the chat. I am, because I'm trying to pick and choose the ones I didn't address while live. Because there was a lot of stuff as the Peaches were coming in that I was tackling head on. Looks like we got somebody who thinks they're hot shit coming in here saying touch grass like they know anything about anything at all. Goodbye. Fucking loser. It's pretty late here, so good night, everyone. Take it easy, Tharuka. You are well probably gone by this point. It's a great choice. Highly suggest Bulletin Chocolate Whiskey. Super smooth with a sweet kick. Blends well with Coca-Cola. Ooh, that sounds nice. I'll have to try that later. Let's see. How much do you have, Dave? I don't know what that even means. Enjoy season 2 of Groot Shorts. Silo stars Rebecca Ferguson as the lead. Well, that's a good start. So I have no idea what the show's about. I don't know if they're just being smarter with their money, but Ahsoka feels like the highest budget Star Wars show by a huge margin. Yeah, I don't know. They've been making this show look real good. It's one of the few that's looked pretty, it's just looked like something that would be on the big screen. Like, it doesn't have anything about it up until this point that feels cheapy to me. Are there any other familiar faces you'll find there? I don't know what this was in reference to. Oh, in Silo, sorry. One of the most out-of-pocket human beings in the emoji list. The peach was next to the banana, and I lost my marbles. How immature of you, Sean. The Walking Dead spin-offs aren't available legitimately here in the UK, which is annoying. See, it's stuff like that, too. And also, a lot of the streaming services just aren't available everywhere, either. I'd probably half censor myself if I was a reactor. Yeah. I'm glad they've loosened the restrictions on some of those things, because I hated having to censor a lot of my commentary here and there. Bill, I'm out too. Yeah, I saw that. I hope you're doing well. Kev, thanks for joining in. All the same. Great night, Kev. Shaquille O'Neal as Luke Cage. Nope. What are your thoughts on each OVAs? My favorites are No Regrets with Levi and Lost Girls with Annie and Mikasa. The Levi one's probably my favorite, for sure. Something I find funny is that you'll have to watch a Marvel vid and comments say DC is better, Marvel sucks, or DC vid Marvel forever. I don't really hear that happen that often. Are you high? Harry is obviously Venom. Do you know if actors normally get any money from merchandising? They used to. I don't know if they do currently. They're supposed to. They're supposed to get royalty on their likenesses and stuff like that, so I don't know if that's part of the... I didn't see that on the SAG discussions, but I could be wrong, but they should. Dwayne Johnson almost became Luke Cage once. Imagine he interfered with Marvel and dated of DC what could have been. It's good. Scorpion player, correct? I need to verse my smoke online for punishment. No! Speaking of Scorpion, what's going on with Marvel Scorpion? No idea. Pretty much nothing at this point. Have you watched any new reactors recently? New. I've been as far as new reactors go, let me check, because I know I added, I know I at least added like one here recently. Where are they? I don't remember their channel's name, so that's why I'm blanking at the moment, because I watch a metric fuck ton of different reactors for different things. Where is one of the videos? I know they put one out today. Oh, I'm in recommended. That's why nothing's showing up. Where are you at? And they might even not be that new, but they're new to me, is the thing. God damn it, where the hell? There you are. Funny Little Gal Reacts. I've been watching her reactions to Avatar and Vox Machina and stuff like that. Timothy Chandelier is Harry Osborn. I wouldn't be too against that. He still looks like a child anyway. It'd be funny for Tim Tom and Zendaya to be in a movie together. Why not? Am I the only one that didn't care for Loki? Even though I'm the writing side, it's decent, but in my opinion, it's a cash grab. I didn't really feel that way. I didn't really feel like Loki was a cash grab. It made sense to me. I'm looking forward to season 2, though. I really do. Sorry about if I didn't get my message about the Halo TV show based on Combat Evolved, where the 10 episodes based off the 10 missions and add some stuff from the law books into it. No, I think I got to your message. I got to it earlier. Chalamet as Osborn would be pretty meta, to be frank, to be honest. Actually, a little meta. The movie for the October poll is a movie he hasn't seen yet. That is also very true. All right, everybody, it's time for another nap for me. I'm still dealing with being sick. Oh, I hope you feel better, Maddie. Had a great time chilling with everybody for a bit. Have a great day, and it was great to catch you live on me. Well, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for having spend a little time with us here on the channel, but I appreciate that, and feel better. Focus on feeling better. Every sequel to a live-action video game film is 10 times more like the video game than the first movie or season. So proud that Timothy Chandelier has caught on with you guys. Yes, indeed. I still need to buy the Digimon Tri. Yeah, I've got the whole Tri collection over here because I just had to. I love Digimon Tri. Even though it builds up to one of the most existentially depressing things I've seen in an anime that just is too real, I still love it to death. Love it to death. I've decided which one I'm going to do with One Piece, sub or dub. I'm going to watch sub. That's kind of where I'm leaning right now, personally. So I hope everybody's okay with that in the end. Suggest you finish Mob Psycho and One Punch Man. Mob Psycho Season 3 was the best. I really loved Season 1, but just when Season 2 came out, I just wasn't able to get around to it. You have to put Pacific Rim on the poll list and need to vote for that. Please put it in. I don't put movies in the poll. I take the suggestions from everybody, so just nobody has asked me to watch Pacific Rim, so it's just never been on the poll. What Teen Titans universe do you want James Gunn to pull from for his DC universe? I mean, I came up in a time where I was super into the cartoon, the animated series. That's what I don't know. That's what I would lead into. Obviously, embellish it and make it fit the tone for everything. Right? You don't have to go for the hardcore anime aesthetic that it went for, but that's the unit I'm used to. I recommend Chainsaw Man. So far as 1 season and 12 episodes, I'm sure you love it. I've heard of that. I've heard, while it was popping off, that's kind of what everybody was talking about. But I've not. That was when I was still kind of. I still am pretty afraid of doing anime because it's so sketchy on YouTube. But that's one of the ones I was considering doing. But I was like, I'll just start with Bleach right now and Attack on Titan. So far, that's where I've popped off on or been focusing on. Not heard of? What? Past Lives is the most anticipated movie of the rest of the year. Yeah, I don't know. I've not heard about it. Ezra really traded in his lightsaber for a glow-up. Sabine gonna have to try real hard not to hop on that. Oh my god. You're not wrong! You are not wrong. By the way, I really liked the One Piece live-action show. My favorite was Nami. Emily Rudd was so fantastic, and the other characters too, just like you, I haven't seen the anime. Yes. I'm glad it caught on for a lot of people, man. I did not expect those videos to do as well as they did either. The whole thing was a blessing. And I know I'm waiting a little while to capitalize on that by starting the anime 3 weeks or so after I finished it. But I hope people still tune in for it. Plans was to watch 6 episodes of the X-Files on Saturday and 10 of One Piece on Sunday. It's a lot of stuff to watch, but if you do finally start X-Files, do it, please. This might be the most behind he's been on chat. I've been more behind before, I think. X-Files movies too? If you go watch the show, you gotta watch the movies eventually as well. They are canon. And adapt all 10 missions from the Hado come out. It was old and 10 episodes. Change some things around. This could be done. Wow, it could work. It could work. You'd have to add in a lot to some of the missions to flesh them out and make it worth a whole episode, but it could be doable. Seeing Ray Stevenson and Lars Mikkelsen on screen together finally gives Ray a challenge, acting-wise. I also hate that Ray doesn't get to see the universal praise from his performance is getting. That's this unfortunate, sad truth of it all. Because I'm loving what he's doing with this character here, and Yeah, it sucks that he's not around to see all this love. Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. Getting Spider-Verse 2 and Steelbook soon. Hell yeah. You plan to cover the new Disney Plus adaptation of Percy Jackson? Right now, not. It's not in the plan for me. I've watched the trailer. I've tried to read the first book, Once Upon a Time. I just never really got into it. I watched the first movie, and whether that's a good judge on anything or not, I thought it was fun. I don't know. I'm just not hungering for it, you know? Nothing I've seen has been like, I've gotta watch this. Now, if word of mouth is great on it, maybe I'll check it out, but right now I'm not really anticipating adding it to the lineup. Barbenheimer. Had to swing by and show some love to the channel. Thank you, Galaxy Geeks. Thank you so much for that. I really, really, really appreciate that. Mario, I think you might be forgetting Mario. Are we forgetting about Mario? I mean, the Mario movie came out, right? Is that what you mean? I don't know. A 70-year-old mother went to see Barbie with her friends. They all dressed up in pink, and my husband's in white to be like Ken. Oh, that's really cool. Hold on. Gotta do stuff. Aww. Oh. Oh, are you still out? Okay, hold on. So, the Hinata one and the Shikamaru one, honestly, I'd be totally okay with either of those. Obviously, Hinata, waifu, takes priority, but Shikamaru is also very daddy. So, you can go with any of those. The LEDs, they're cool. I could probably pass on any of the LEDs, to be honest. Honestly, I still have never once used or turned on the Pokemon ones that I have. Some of these are pretty cool, but the LED stuff I could pass on. Thank you for joining in on here to yell at me to check my phone. Yeah, Barry's not home. She's back home in New Mexico, spending the weekend with her family. You know, I got to go off to Minnesota to hang out with all the X-Files fans, and she got to go back home for a little bit. That was kind of the trade-off. Apparently she's seeing some stuff I might want. Oh, you don't have audio on, so my answers are not getting to you. Whoopsies. All right, I have responded. People are getting pickier with their films since the pandemic, and that's a good and bad thing because indie films are taking a hit financially, and some huge movies are taking even bigger hits because people aren't getting out there. And I'm being very much more about that, even though I pay for the monthly subscription for Regal. You know, it's like $18 a month, and I can, unlimited tickets to movies or whatever. Even though that's the case, I haven't really earned that this month because I've been sick, but, it balances out. But man, the concessions and all that really almost make it null and void. So I'm just like, I'm very picking and choosing on the movies that I've been going out to see. Because then again, I've been kind of thinking about doing more of those when they come here and reacting to them. Obviously the big hits, like the Oppenheimers and Barbies and stuff like that. While I know that video probably would have exploded, I definitely had to see Barbie in theaters. Like, I just couldn't. So that's what I did. So yeah, people are being more and more picky, especially considering you can just wait a month and it's going to come out on streaming anyways. They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. I think it's interesting that same people are saying, catching about superhero fatigue, are absolutely silent on the utter dystopia of romance movies. When's the last good romance drama come out? That's a good question, actually. Tom Clancy Universe, the TCU. Maybe Oppenheimer beats D&D, but I'm counting Barb and Oppenheimer as one movie. They are not. That is not fair. Fringe is amazing. I'll have to watch it eventually. Sue me. Fringe is great. Do I write screenplays or stories? If so, what genre? I do not. I am a terrible writer. Terrible. I have good ideas, but I just can't verbalize them very well. What's Fringe? Look it up. I've never seen it, so I don't think I could properly describe it. I just know it's X-Files X. It's very X-Files-esque. Write super stories of random stuff. Pretty violent. What about the normies? Are there Star Wars reactions? I actually addressed that one earlier, I think. Kyle Katarn is great. Kyle's great. He's like got some really, really strong Star Wars reactions, but again, that's his forte, so like it makes sense there. To be honest, Ahsoka is the most intrinsically Star Wars live-action show we've gotten. Andor is the best with the writing, but no sci-fi fantasy. That's true. I'll agree with that sentiment. Andor is like more story, and Mando is like more in action. Hey Omni, I don't know if you read Percy Jackson or as a kid or you catch that trailer dropped recently. I did watch the trailer and I was like, it looks all right. I probably won't be reacting to it, but it looks all right. Is British. Fawlty Towers is a sitcom starring John Cleese of Monty Python fame. Fawlty Towers, that is. That's probably why I haven't heard about it. Just got your Patreon, so ready to watch your reactions. So love the reactions. Make sure to check out the polls if you haven't already, because those are up right now and live for our new show, and this October's movie is up there right now. Speaking of reactors, I highly recommend Meg Mage, aka Mage Reacts. I've not heard of them. I have to check them out. Meg Mage. I will make a note. Meg Mage, aka Mage Reacts. I have caps lock on, so that looks really funky, but whatever. I will roll with it. I have to go. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for stopping in, Sketch. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, as always. Fawlty Towers is very much a product of its time, with some jokes and wording, but so quotable, I'd say watch in your own time. Jack Quaid is a Star Trek show, played Huey and the boys, Peter Parker, Lizard, Superman. He's getting away. Yeah, he's all over the place in these genre fandoms as of late. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you, Jenna. I'm a daycare teacher. One of my 2-year-olds was wearing a Squid Game shirt. That's questionable. I don't know if a 2-year-old should be wearing a Squid Game shirt. Maybe, obviously, maybe their parents probably bought it for them, realistically. But that's a little odd. It's cool. Squid Game's a great show. But, like, I don't know if that's something you should be dressing up your 2-year-old in, but that's kind of funny. Thank you for the super chat, though, Jenna. I really do appreciate that. Now, where was I? Here we are. If you had to watch From Across the Spider-Verse, which universe would you visit from the movie? The scenario you have Spider-Man's powers. Whose universe would you visit in the animated movie? I would love to go to... I don't remember. Privateer's universe. It just looks so vibrant, bright, colorful, fun, and energetic. Yeah, I definitely would probably go to there. Pravicar. I think that was his name. I don't remember. But yeah. Indian Spider-Man's universe. I really love that. Just the in general aesthetic of the whole thing. How do you top Herogasm? Excited, afraid at the same time. Me too. Me too. Hey, Melita. Long time. How have you been doing? Glad to catch a live. I'm glad you're here too. I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for stopping in. Hope everything is going well with you and your mom and all that. Everything is staying, at least hopefully, doing a little bit better than the last time. But I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. staying safe, staying healthy. Jay just said peaches, and a couple of us did it, and some of us went Peach Raid. I hate Shao Kahn's redesign. They could have done so much better. Honestly, I kind of like it. I don't know how I feel about him having the horns, but I mean, he doesn't really look all that different, to be honest, compared to what we've seen before. Unless you just haven't liked any of the current modern redesigns, but it's just the same thing, except his horns aren't attached to his face mask now. I don't mind it, but I can see it not working for everybody though. I was asking the New Guardians team versus the Marvels team who would win. Oh, the Marvels. The Marvels would just fucking annihilate them. Jason Lee Scott supremacy. Hey, Jason's a very, very good pick. He was my favorite until Tommy showed up. In Legacy Wars, they added Master Morpher Tommy. He's cool. Oh yeah, for sure. I mentioned earlier, they're finally releasing a Lightning series Master Morpher. Never Gonna Peach You. Just found out The Witch is coming back to theaters. It's the only Eggers movie I haven't seen, and none of my theaters are playing it. Well, that sucks. I've never actually finished The Witch. I haven't seen it yet. I still need to watch it. Apparently my response was too late. Let's see. Here's those dumbass. Oh, I just noticed the name. What a fucking child, dude. This Mike character popping in about touching grass. Fucking loser, dude. It's raining today, so I'm not doing that. Bo-Katan was the highlight of Mando Season 3 for me, but I think Moff Gideon was okay. Just wish the clones weren't destroyed in minutes of finding out about them. I can see that. It doesn't bother me that much. I liked all the Gideon stuff. I like how they built it up. And I like that the clones didn't become more than what they were personally, but I understand the frustrations with that aspect of it for some. Reading text crushed. Watch the new movie It Lives Inside. I'm not familiar with this one. I'll have to look it up. To be honest, I like Bi-Han and Sub-Zero slightly more than Kuai Liang. I've always been, I've loved both, just character-wise, growing up and all that kind of stuff. But if we're talking the character, I've always liked Kuai Liang more. But it's interesting what they've done with those two. Because now I'm so conflicted. Because I've always been a Hanzo Scorpion fan for a long time as well, but also Kuai Liang, Sub-Zero, but now Kuai Liang is Scorpion. It's just so weird. I don't know how I feel about it. It wouldn't take miles to figure out the box, it still hurts. Victoria with the super chat. Great live stream as always. Off to bed over here in the UK. Glad you're feeling better. And one day you need to try Suits. Yeah, we did talk about Suits, didn't we? Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days I'll watch some Suits. But I hope you're feeling all right. Hope you're not hit too hard by the post-con depression. I do miss it. I do miss it and everybody, and it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to hang out and just gush over our mutual love of the greatest show of all time, X-Files. Oh, but take care. Thanks for stopping in, Victoria. Where did I leave off? That's not it. No, here we are. So it was based on a book series by Hugh Howey. Season 1 was very good. Looking forward to more. What's it about, though? From what I can gather, Silo is a sort of post-apocalyptic people who have been living in a silo for generations, and how they survived and how some want to try and get out. Okay. Okay, that actually sounds kind of interesting then. How many Spider Funkos do I have? Actually, I don't have a single Spider-Man Funko. Yeah, I do not. Still watching that show Invasion on Apple TV. watched Invasion on the bus. Yeah, as far as like Apple TV shows go, I'm so out of the loop on most of them. I should tell you how long I'm on the bus for. Am I going to react to season 3 on my channel of Chucky? You bet. I've done the first 2 seasons. I'll do the new one as well. Plus, I need some Halloween content, and how else better to do that than some good old-fashioned Chucky. Can't wait for Loki season 2. Likewise. Sector or Cyrax. Play-wise, I've always preferred Sector, and even design-wise, Sector over Cyrax. Character-wise, Cyrax is a more interesting character. How does copyright work with reacting? I mean, you just have to balance your comments with how much you show. Try not to go over 10 minutes. Don't have clips that last longer than 10 seconds consecutively. Mix and match your audio, and you might be okay. You might still bump into some problems, but it's still a very interesting dance to find yourself in, regardless. I'm watching season 5 of Doctor Who. Love Matt Smith. Damn, Amy Pond is so hot. Dude, Amelia Pond. Karen Gillan. Oh, man. Both her, honestly, and, I'm not blanking on her name right now. Fuck. Why am I drawing a blank here? Oh my god, why am I struggling so hard on this? It's just right on the tip of my tongue. Son of a bitch. I feel so disgusting. I have to look this up. Jenna Coleman. But what is their character's name? I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. Clara. God. Wow. How did I forget? I was like, it starts with a C, but I can't find it. Yeah, Clara. Very, very nice. Zod and Brainiac. Okay. People or me should put up a poll for Pennyworth because it's very fun. James Bond show and its confirmed prequel to Gotham, which in my mind is a prequel to Titans. I would love to rather just disconnect any of those from Titans, but is it confirmed to be a prequel to Gotham? Because I thought it was wholly separate. I still don't know when Superman and Lois will be back. None of us do. It'll be a long time from now. There's a joke in 2018, Teen Titans Go to the Movies about Robin getting a solo movie, and it predicted the Pennyworth show and then Batwheels. That is very true. I love Teen Titans Go to the Movie, though. Yes. You saying the real world equivalent to Johnny Cage. Who would you say is the real world equivalent to Johnny Cage? I don't know. Nick Cage? I don't know, honestly. That's glammed up, but also self-absorbed, but also has that large a repertoire, but is also a martial artist. Jean-Claude Van Damme, honestly, who he was based on, probably. But if you can get it for free, why pay for it? One Piece was fire. Agreed. Now the show's on water. It's a pirate show. Haha, Sean! They pulled from the best Titans run for the cartoon show. Wolfman and Perez run was fantastic. What's up, Andrea? Hello, back at you. Welcome, welcome. Would you rather be a Soul Reaper or a Quincy? A Soul Reaper. well, I don't know. You have to be dead or disembodied to be a Soul Reaper. But a Quincy, you are a piece of Uopak. And that's not fun. He can just take your powers away whenever he wants. So, Soul Reaper, probably. People might hate me for saying this, but I'm going to see Aquaman 2 when it comes out. Why would anybody hate you for saying that? I'm going to see it when it comes out. Love new people watching the X-Files. Me as well. I will always be down for that. I know what would make you sleep better tonight. I'm on season 2 now. Hell yeah, dude. Making progress. What's my favorite Zanpakuto? Oof. That's tough, man. It's either Kisuke's or I don't know. Shit, no. I don't. That's tough. I like Benihime. I like Hyorimaru. I do like Zangetsu, though. I don't like true Zangetsu. I like the original pre-revelation version better. I'll probably go with Hyorimaru. I'll go with Toshiro's if I had to pick one. Have I seen any Kurosawa films? I have not at all. And it's a sin, I know. I've been seeing Daryl Dixon, 2 episodes so far, and I'm liking it so far. I've heard so many mixed things about it. I saw the thing is the first Walking Dead series in a long time that's been fresh, and then I've seen people talking, it was like, talking just massive shit about it, and I was just like, the trailer, honestly, it didn't sell it at all for me. But I don't know. Have I seen Lucifer? I have not. It's on the poll, though. It's been a close to winning a few times, but looks like it's going to be dashed down yet again. My favorite platypus. I've said it before, I've said it again. Ahsoka is a good Star Wars show, but a bad show and concept. Imagine if Ahsoka is the first ever Star Wars you watch, because my little sister is the first. Every 5 minutes I have to pause to explain something. She's not lost. I didn't even watch Rebels. Hey, if you didn't even watch Rebels, it's working. She's just too young to grasp it. I disagree, personally, but that's just, it is what it is. That's all you got, COVID. Sucks, man, but glad you're doing better. I'm doing so much better now. 4 years. Dodged it for 4 years, and then finally got hit. Percy Jackson film is on the same tier as the Avatar film. Utterly disrespectful to the franchise and one of the worst adaptations out there. Is it as bad as the Aragon adaptation? I've seen both of those, but read neither of the books. What are we going to call Sonic and the Thunderbolts when they come out together? I think it's on the same day. I don't know. I can't think of a name for that one. Do I like country music? There's a couple of songs I don't mind, but I don't actively listen to country music. Being where I'm from, I kind of have an aversion to it more than anything. There are some I like, but it's more or less probably not going to work. Most country music doesn't work for me. I have a couple more episodes in Yes Will Be Yes rewatch, so I've seen it. It's a great episode. Let's see. I always want to give a virtual hug to those on the first time watch. Orb is funny, emotional. Oppenheimer is. I don't know how to verbalize. It's just really good. Bango episode makes me cry every time. Same. You see the Doctor Who special trailer? I did. It looks awesome. One Piece dub is better simply for Zoro's voice actor. However, it's the one show you should watch both sub and dub. Really? I was thinking about doing that, just splitting down the middle, but I don't know. I'm torn because there are voice actors that I know are in the dub that I do know are good and I do like, but I don't know. It's just a tough choice for me, but I almost never fail with subs. My classmate was wearing a hentai sweatshirt in class. Whoops. Let's be honest, Thrawn is just the Gus is just the Gus Fring of Star Wars. Kinda. I could kinda see the comparison there. I'm gonna go and Google it just by looking at the sweatshirt. It's not good. Whilst Vader is Lalo and the Emperor is Hector. Well, wouldn't the Emperor... Thrawn doesn't have a disdain for the Emperor in that way. At all. Lalo, I could see. Hector, even as Vader, I could see. The Emperor, I would say, would be... I forget his name. Don Eladio. I mean, I guess that's the closest. He's literally the head of the cartel. But then again, Thrawn, in this case, Gus, is always working against the greater good of the cartel for himself. Thrawn doesn't do that. So I don't know. There's some things that work about that parallel, but there's some things that I'm bumping into a little bit. But that's still fun. It's still cool. It's the horns. MK11 is peak modern Shao Kahn. I did really like his design in 11. Omni hates all mics. That's not true. I just feel like season 3 was rushed a tad. One more episode would have made it so much better. I can agree with that for the finale, I think. Troll Mike in the chat. Stranger Things Mike. No mic is safe from Omni. It's because I am also a Mike, so it's you're either great or you are being judged heavily for tainting thy name. My dad lived in India for a while, so he freaking loves it when Marvel does Indian, South Asian superheroes. I love Marvel show and Spider-Man India from Across the Spider-Verse. That's awesome. Yeah, Spider-Man India, that was my favorite world that we went to in there, for me. Did you hear that Miles Morales is going to be in Spider-Man 4? I mean, no, from no legitimate source, no. What is a conspiracy theory you believe could actually be true? Government knowing about aliens. No, it's becoming more and more likely every day. Suits was a weird show. I'm pretty sure it got a K-drama remake. Really? Interesting. The Spider-Verse 2 made Vulture showing up in Morbius make sense. It did, actually, somehow. If I ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I've watched all of the original run and some of GX. I couldn't get into GX, so that's kind of when I stopped. But I've seen all of the original. No, did not. I just hope that with Vulture showing up in the Venomverse, that means that eventually the Venomverse will be destroyed through an incursion. That's hilarious. I'm getting recommendation for shows. I still recommend Only Murders in the Building. This season with Meryl Streep was good. There's also a musical component this year. Oh, that's interesting. I always like musical components. Jenna Coleman, indeed. Johanna Constantine. Ever feel discouraged to continue a series because it's not getting the views? Some reactors have many tantrums with their audience for not watching a video immediately, and it's off-putting in my opinion. I feel discouraged about a lot of the shows that I've reacted to. Most of the DC stuff, a lot of those don't pull numbers. I've always been very disappointed about the decline in viewership of Doom Patrol because it is such a good show. And I think the most views I got on a single video for this current season, I think was like 500, which is abysmal. But I still love it. So I still love the show. So if I can still spread attention of it in some way and still put it out there, I'm still gonna watch it. If I want to watch the show, I'm gonna watch the show and let you guys know how I feel about the show. Whether or not everybody shows up for it is a whole other question. But like, yeah, it sucks when it doesn't happen, because I also, for a lot of those, pay to have help with the edits. For the amount of shows that I do, being a one-man project, it sucks putting all that work and not having people show up for it. But in those cases, like I pay for help with those, and then it's really just me paying for it because I'm the only one and a handful of people that are tuning in. So like, it's like, well, I'm enjoying it. So at least at the end of the day, hopefully maybe I can turn more people onto the show, and maybe in the long term, maybe it'll do a little bit better. But yeah, it does get very discouraging, but I'm never like, where's everybody at? I've seen some reactors do that, and then they drop stuff, You know, and I've always kind of thought about dropping a show just because I've lost interest, but I always continued it anyway because, one, I don't like leaving things incomplete, and I know there are some people that do like to watch, so even if I might not be in the mood for certain things at certain times, I try to keep trudging forward. Legends of Tomorrow was a huge one. I made that very vocal when I was watching it. At the end of each season, I was like, I don't know if I'm watching the next one, guys. I'm just going to be honest. And then I'm there and watching it. Titans was another one. Dude, I hate season 1 of the Titans. Season 2, I also really do not think is good at all. But it was still better than the first season, so I was always hoping it was kind of on an incline. And it was. It got better. I enjoyed season 3. It still wasn't great. It still wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed season 3. And then 4, and, you know, that's where it ended. So, like, there's always some weird juggling you have to do with yourself at the end of the day. Because I don't think anybody wants to watch me not enjoy what I'm watching at all. That's not fun. I mean, it can be if I'm like just ripping something apart, because sometimes the negativity is also enjoyable if it matches up with the consensus, or at least the audience, and that's what they're looking for. But I don't also like doing that either. But sometimes that just comes out of me being honest in certain things, because I've torn into some episodes of Titans, and I have definitely torn into some Arrowverse shows before, with as much leniency as I give the CW. But yeah. I definitely have been hit with the discouraged bug a few times, but I still push forward. Both were my teenage crushes, so that's how I know. Clara Oswald. Souffle Girl. Just got here. Speaking of Doctor Who, I take it you've seen the latest trailer? I have indeed. Well, it's weird. Pennyworth has the same executive producers of Gotham, but in the finale, they were like, fuck it, and made it Thomas and Martha Wayne have a baby girl. So who the fuck knows? Really? Weird. Constantine. Joanna Constantine. Producers and writers from Gotham work on that, so yes, Caleb, it is. I think it was, though. That doesn't mean it is, necessarily. Invincible and Kick-Ass are both characters with iconic names and more grounded dark stories. I wish they would cross over. That would be cool. That'd be cool. Waiting for Daryl's show to be available over here, just like Dead City. Dead City's still not out for you guys? Wow. Also, they dropped a nuke on London and Pennyworth finale, so I feel like the writers are just sending a big FU to WB. Probably. Then again, DC TV shows, World of Crew is a small one, especially if you have actors like One, play Reverse Flash direct a show on Superman. Oh yeah, they do all that stuff. There's a lot of back and forth within the DC TV verse. What's up, Joseph? Love your reactions for a while. Sorry if you get this question a lot, but would you ever consider reacting to shows like Gravity Falls or The Owl House? Yeah, I would definitely consider it. I know Gravity Falls and Owl House were on our poll for potential shows. They haven't won. They are both shows I would like to watch eventually. I've heard nothing but great things about them. You know, Barry here on the channel, she hasn't finished Owl House, but she's watched most of Owl House, and what I have seen looked fun and looked interesting. I just never sat down and watched it myself. So one of these days, possibly. My voice hasn't been sounding so good since I had a cough 2 days ago. You have any idea how to fix it? I wish I could tell you, man. Lots of honey and tea helps me out the most, but it's not gonna, I don't think it works for everybody, though. Walking Dead, Dead City is a dumb title. Agreed. Isle of the Dead was a much better title. I think that makes way more sense. I don't know if any of them have ever been polled or discussed or anything like that, but I'd love to see you watch some of Russell T Davies' shows he's made after he left Doctor Who. It's a sin. Years and years. I honestly, I don't know what all he's done after he departed Doctor Who, to be honest. Bissinger. God, that Aragon movie was awful compared to the book. God. I went with a buddy. He was obsessed with the Aragon books. Read them all, knew everything in and out, and we went to see Aragon together, and this was our first time diving into that world, and we were just tearing it apart, and he was not happy. Hottest companion. Dude, I don't... Oof. That's tough. That's a tough one. I'd probably go with Karen. I'd probably have to go with Karen. Probably. Karen Gillan. While Amelia is not the most likable companion, she's kind of right up there, you know? Pennyworth, the 5th DC show to end on a season 4. Really? Weird thing going on now. Maybe the 4th, depending on Young Justice. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because season 4 is their favorite number. Hopefully Young Justice gets a season 5. Love Young Justice. So far, according to the showrunner, there have been 0 talks about bringing it back. I don't really love the added lore of the Weeping Angels. An image of an angel becomes an angel. Yeah. I think the Angels, every appearance, have gotten a little worse each time. I love Blink, but then every subsequent return has just been added a little thing that just makes me go, nah. Especially the most recent one. Imagine a Breaking Bad style crime show in a space type setting, either in Star Wars universe or a different one. That could be really, really fun. Titans, Doom Patrol, Superman Lois, Young Justice maybe, Pennyworth, and Young Justice 2. Well, Superman Lois, they said they might get a season 5. But I don't believe they will, but who knows? I won't count it out just yet. But we'll see. What's my most anticipated DCU project, both film and show? Film, Superman Legacy. I really need to see what they're going to do with it. I hope they do well. I really need it to do great. I wanted to do that. Second would be Swamp Thing. We're talking all that. Show is the Green Lantern show, I think, with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart out of their upcoming lineup. Listen to country up through the 90s, pop rock, R&B, and then 9/11 happened, and then I don't know what happened. A lot of music, but country especially, a lot of its soul died that day. Yeah, I can kind of understand that. What's up, Daniel? Did you see the Ahsoka show? Okay. Teen Titans Go is still airing. Cancel it, bring it back. OG, not just a cameo movie. Spider-Verse also makes sense why Venom went to the MCU briefly. Electro and headcanon of Harry telling him it wasn't true. Have I seen the new Doctor Who trailer? I have. Have indeed. I've been getting that one a lot today. I used to love Legends of Tomorrow because it was about the characters of Arrow and Flash coming together, but along the way my hype went down as they started adding lesser known characters. And some just completely that they made up all on their own. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think it lost me for a little bit and then got me back. I do still prefer the early seasons, like season 1 and 2. Those are still my favorite seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, and it has moments throughout. Never Forget Titans was a show to bring me to this channel. Well, that's a benefit then. There's some good came out of Titans. Doom Patrol deserves way more attention. 1000% agree. I think arguably it is one of the best, like top 3, top 5, if we're pulling a stretch here, DC shows ever. You know, Doom Patrol is so slept on. But it's also for adults, so it also, unlike some of the other shows, bars a lot of its audience apart. I feel like you have at least developed criticism when you do not like a show. You aren't CinemaSins. That's true. I try not to be negative just to find a negative. I appreciate that, CBM. Is a series that you wish you would have reacted to? Yeah, but it would have been a long time ago and probably next to impossible, like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched it as it came out, because it came out while I was still in high school, so that was long before this was ever even a thought or a possibility. I would have loved to have been able to react to that. Or hell, Game of Thrones as that was coming out. Or Breaking Bad. You know, a lot of those. Breaking Bad I could have done while it was going on. the early days of Arrow and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't start my channel until we were in the 8th season of Arrow. So a lot of that stuff had already come and gone. So there's a lot of stuff I would have liked to have done, but it would have also been this kind of like, I should have done the channel a long time ago, but I would have definitely not hit my learning curve for that time. Never forget the Eric Wallace era of the Flash. Never will. Never will. Wish Legend of Tomorrow had added characters from Supergirl, Black Lightning for seasons 5 and so on, because starting from season 5, they already won world with Supergirl and Black Lightning. That would have made sense. That would have made a lot of sense. It helps. I got a bunch of Doom Patrol ads on Instagram from HBO, so it seems like they are doing some promo work, considering my algorithm too. That's good to hear, because they didn't do shit for any of their other shows, and considering that this is so soon to it actually releasing, that's good. I'm glad. I'm surprised actually they released a trailer for the final 6 episodes, but I hope people tune in. If you've not watched Doom Patrol, watch Doom Patrol. It's really weird the Daryl show isn't available in Europe, considering it's set in Paris. That is kind of weird, as Sean says. Gravity Falls is awesome. Real Rejects got me into that show with their reactions. Well, that's cool. Oh, It's a Sin and Years are brilliant. Oh, those are named as shows. Don't know what your process is in looking into potential shows to watch on the channel, but definitely look into them. They're both quite short too. It's usually just personal interest. If I see something or hear something that really strikes a chord, or if it's something that's already in my wheelhouse, like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Mike Flanagan, that kind of thing. Fire's here in Cali, so I woke up with my voice down a few octaves. Just sleep with the window open though, because I die from heat otherwise. Miss Real Autumn. Holy shit. Stay safe, Summer. That's scary. Try your best to just take care of yourself. That's awful. Watch Gravity Falls, and it's very good for sure. It's a Sin is tough, but it's amazing. Made me cry. I've seen the new Doctor Who trailer. It's just over 2 minutes long, and it's exciting. It is very exciting. It was a very exciting trailer. Gravity Falls is a top kids show. Hell, indeed. Happy Saturday, all. Is there a show you were surprised you liked that you gave a chance? Yeah, One Piece. I'm very surprised that I liked it half as much as I did, because I thought it would be okay at best. What's another one that maybe I wasn't too sure about? And I don't know. I don't know. That's one that came about immediately. Invincible, I think I was on the fence about, but it was the trailers initially that really kind of sold me on it a little bit. In that first episode, I went into it without, I don't even think I actually watched the trailer now that I think about it. I think I just went into it because everybody's talking about that first episode. Oh, dude. Actually, Breaking Bad was one of them. Because it was one of those shows, like, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. Because I just never watched it. Then eventually, it dropped on Netflix. And I was just sitting there. I was like, you know what? Why not? And life changed. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis game Zombies, Neighbors, 30th anniversary. Yes, it was so cool. So I remember November 1993. I was a Jumbo Video guy buying the game. I was 6. I remember playing that game with a buddy of mine. He was the one that had a lot of those types of games. I never actually had that game myself. I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I had a Sega though, but I just never had that game. The only thing I like about the image of an angel thing is it kind of answers how the Doctor and Martha got stuck as Sally gave him photos. Also, I like the village of Angela. Nice return to form. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that episode personally. It was cool, but I don't know. Peter, my buddy, how you been? I don't know what that was about. I think you meant Heather. Oh yeah, it definitely is that Janine. Russell T Davies did a Castlevania series with David Tennant before he did Doctor Who, which was how I saw him first. Well, that's interesting. Oh, Casanova. I read Castlevania. Russell T Davies is one of my favorite shows, Bob and Rose, about a gay man who falls in love with a woman. As a reevaluate his sexuality amid the early 2000s equal rights movements. That sounds really interesting. That was the first time I saw a bisexual character on a television as a kid. Well, that's neat. That sounds like an really interesting, but also very trepidatious kind of story to tell at that point. You can take a shot every time we ask you about the Doctor Who trailer. You know, I think I'm good. I have stuff to do tonight. I need to stay somewhat cognizant. You seen the new Doctor? God damn it. You did that on purpose, Janine. Yes, the show's Second Coming, starring Christopher Eccleston as a reincarnated Jesus Christ. That also sounds interesting. There's Jokes Travelers on Netflix was awesome. I haven't heard of that one. What they're called? Haha. Watched the past 2 episodes. Say Twisted Metal humor is pretty decent, minus the one scene in episode 2. I agree with that. That one scene just still does not work for me. I keep hearing about One Piece, but literally all I know about it is the title. Anyone able to describe it well? I mean, it's a pirate show. It's about the One Piece is the king of the pirates' hidden treasure, and everybody is trying to seek it and find it all for themselves. And it's about one kid's dream to be a pirate and find that treasure. That's the best spoiler-free description I can give. I didn't know anything more than just I knew some of the characters just in passing and that it was about pirates when I started watching it. Didn't know anything else out of that. Is Quicksilver the slowest speedster? Honestly, I think so. I do think Quicksilver is probably the slowest comic book speedster for sure. I like to think Zoom is, because that movie sucks. What? I don't know what you're referencing there. Have I played Hogwarts Legacy, or will you ever? I haven't. I've just not had an interest in it. I don't know. I've seen some gameplay from it. Graphically, it looks pretty, but like nothing about the story and the gameplay and stuff really kind of sold me on getting into it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever play it, but I know plenty of people that have. Village of the Angels, Village of Angela is an upcoming series of 14 story. Oh, okay. Have a bad habit of not giving shows or movies a chance until way later because of how overhyped they were. Yeah. I was like that with Game of Thrones. I was like that with Breaking Bad. I was like that with the early onset of The Walking Dead. Those were all shows I was just like, God, I'm tired of hearing everybody talk about this stuff. You know, Walking Dead, it was season 3, I think, was live. And I started it around that time when it was the same thing as Breaking Bad, pretty much the same thing. Both of them landed on Netflix, and there was just one night I was so bored. I binged watched the first couple of episodes of both and just like was gone. And then I've told the story before, but like I got into Game of Thrones not because of my friends who had been telling me about it for a long time, but when South Park was doing their Game of Thrones parody, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not going to understand this 3-part console wars special if I don't understand Game of Thrones. So I watched Game of Thrones for context for 3 South Park episodes. And the rest was history. How's your cat doing? She's still acts fine, but she's like, clearly there's some lingering effects that are starting to develop, both with her respiratory system and all that from the tumor and whatnot. So it's a little shaky. But I mean, she acts fine, but every now and then, like, she just coughs, hacks, yaks, and you could just hear her breathing. And it's try not to think about it right now. How are you enjoying Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is it what you expect / remember? I'll be honest, outside of like 1 or 2 things from the first episode, I haven't remembered jack shit. out of these last 4 episodes, 5 episodes. I don't remember anything. Like, not a single memory has been triggered by me watching it. But I've been enjoying the shit out of it. A lot. A lot more than I remember enjoying it the first time I watched. Which isn't saying much, because apparently I don't remember anything except the one big thing of the season. Means I might have to check it out. One Piece, that is. Go for it. When you're talking about the angels, I thought you heard you say you didn't like Blink, but I was going to send the wrath of God down upon you. No, I love Blink. Love Blink. Moffat, Jekyll, so good. Who do you think should be the first big villain in the DCU as of now, not with the new built? I don't know. Probably the Authority would make sense. Zoom is really old superhero movie. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one. I'd say A-Train is the slowest. Dude, no, Quicksilver. Like, comic books, Quicksilver is... Comic book Quicksilver and MCU Quicksilver, I think they're both significantly slower than A-Train. Significantly. But if we're talking, like, animated included, you know, some of the flashes and the animated stuff have been pretty slow, but then they busted those limits. Like, Quicksilver in the comics, like, he maxes out without an Infinity Stone at like 700 miles an hour. That might even be pushing it. Yeah, Quicksilver can't kill somebody by running into him like that, though. Not really. So is a multiverse most likely. Maybe Yo-Yo from Big Hero 6 is the slowest. Maybe. Maybe. Bob and Rose have some hilarious scenes, and most heartfelt scenes on television at the time. Me, Russell is my favorite example of a brilliant writer in general, but also at representation, not just for sexuality, even though when that means massive strength alone, as well as story concepts. I don't know if I understood the comment, to be honest. As an example of a brilliant writer in general, but also at representation. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Young Justice Wally is pretty slow. He strikes a great balance between light and dark elements while also being great at comedic ones as well. Great best example of creative. He does it way up there with these plots is insane. You like as much as me that we see Superman and Lois, Superman use super speed, then flight, not just flight? Yeah, I do. I like that we get to see him play around with a lot of his different stuff like that. Get to see some of more of that utility. For sure. Hope they don't destroy the multiverse in Secret Wars and afterwards leave it as one universe only. It would be a crime against the fandom. I don't think it would be a crime against the fandom. I think that's what a lot of people are expecting. Like Bob's mom is a gay rights activist, and most of the show she's trying to come to terms with the fact that he might be straight / bi because he became an activist for him, and that means for her. See, that's like the heaviness I was talking about there with the potentiality of that. Quicksilver can't kill someone by running them. Same Omni. I was like that with Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Lost, also Gladiator and Avatar. Fair enough. It's a really intelligently written show and has some of the best representation on TV to date. I'll have to look into that eventually. But man, we finally caught up. Almost an hour later, we finally caught up. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody who's new. Thanks everybody for hanging out. All the great little chats. I'll grab this little ginger one here real quick. Who do you think the best showrunner of Doctor Who is? Personally, I would probably say Davies, but I might have just a preferential thing. I can tell you for a fact, not Chibnall. Chibnall, last. Get out. Anyway, that's it for now. But guys, thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, like, all that jazz. I know we had a couple new people in here. I don't know if you're subscribed or not. Subscribe. Consider sticking around. We got plenty of stuff going on. I'm going to eat because I have not eaten yet today. So I'm going to do that. I still got to edit Bleach. I got to finish Mortal Kombat. I got to watch One Piece. I got shit to do tonight. So thanks all for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Take care, everybody.